Welcome back to another live stream of the Hard Rock Show. I'm Andrew, and we're all here. I'm just checking
You sounded unsure about that.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure.
It's been a while.
It's been a little while, and I was making sure everything actually went to where it's supposed to go, but it's all good. I'm Andrew. I've been joined by Jeff in the other side of the screen, Dave opposite corner, and Belle underneath. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Make sure you jump in the comments, say hi, all the usual stuff. We're back after a few weeks off. We've got a lot to get through as always. So we're going to start off later on by doing the hot rocks and all the usual stuff with that regards. We also have Backyard Banger, which is the Jimmy C. We're going to go through albums from October 85 in that little collection game we're doing. Jeff, speaking of games, is going to play a game with us tonight. Belle has chosen the Global Groove, which is Nachtblut. And then our King of the Riff battle tonight is between AC/DC Highway to Hell versus Tragic Earth Hatred and Tolerance for us. The audience poll side of this was for AC/DC versus In Excess Kick. So that will be the fun part there. As always, Jody says hello to everyone out there as well. So
Jody.
They're all saying hello. I don't know if she can still hear me or not, but everyone's saying hello. She's waving and saying hi in the background. And as we do these shows, make sure you give us, if there is something pertinent you want to raise a particular point to, make sure you give us some sort of reference in the comments because we do go through them in blocks like I'm just about to do right here. So Kat's here saying, good evening. Good to see you all. Hope all is well. Good to see you as well. Kat,
hey, Kat.
With Darren. Evening all. Hope Jeff is feeling better. Not sure.
I hope I'm feeling better too. I probably was sick at some point. I don't know.
Something. Yeah, I think it was more me this last few weeks. Edge Crusher, good to see you as well. Hello all. All. Hope all is well. Good to see you as well. For once, it's not the two Michaels being the first two commenters in the live stream. So it's we had a break. We come back. We've broken the streak. Anyway, it's all fun and games. All right. I'm trying to remember if I had a question of the day today. I don't think I do. So anyone got a question of the day that I want to ask the audience? Because I'm trying to think of one on the fly now. No. All right. I've got one.
You're in the headlights moment.
No, that's all right. No, there's still quite a few. Even though we're sort of getting toward the back end of the year, what albums are you still really looking forward to coming out in 2025? That's a little good one there. So even though we're sort of starting to get toward the end of it, slowly, but we are moving that way. So what is left this year that you're still super pumped for? Because there's still quite a few good albums out there to come out. I mentioned Michael before. Michael's here saying, hey, all, good to see you as well. So, thanks for jumping in. But yeah, while we do that, let's get into the Hot Rocks side of the show here as always, because it's time to just keep ticking along. So there are references and all that sort of stuff in the description box of this one. So if you miss a link as we go through things, check out the description box because that's where you'll find not only the songs talking about tonight or reference tracks for you, but also you'll find links to our playlists, which are about to go through now. So Tastemakers, new songs that have been put through since we last did a little cycle. We've got Daughtry with The Bottom from Vinny, Halloween with Universe from Elliot, Nothing Sacred with Break, that was what I put in there, Saving Abel, Keep Swinging from Jolie, The Southern River Band, No Such Time from Michael, Stereo Feet, Take My Hand from Kat, Walter Trout, Sign of the Times from Ula, and The Warning, Automatic Sun, a live version from the other Michael. So those are those ones there. We've got a couple of top-ups there just to make things work out, which is Her with Dark Circus. That's another Melbourne band there. And also Kathleen Turner Overdrive, Love at the End of the Line. So a couple of Aussie ones there just to fill out the numbers as we go through things. And Anna, good to see you. Jolie told us you might be here tonight over in Discord.
Hey, Anna.
Thanks for jumping in. Hopefully you enjoy it. You find our antics to be here tonight. And tell Jolie hi for us. I know she's not here tonight, but glad you are. And I hope you enjoy the show tonight. So let us know how you go. Anyway, those are the new songs in Tastemaker. So that brings us over to the Hot Rocks portion of the show where we go through the Hot Rocks playlist. We go through the top 10 tracks that made it through. And then the top 4 new ones, we go through our assignments and do our little reviews on these songs as we go through. The idea being they're all from 2025, so let's do some new stuff. All right, honorable mention quickly to Crown with Timing is right after a couple of weeks. It fell out, so it just didn't quite make the cut. Well, it does still get plenty of love, but not quite enough. Number 10 is The Warning with Sharks on that live album that's just out now from The Warning. That came in at number 10. Number 9 is Suicide with Instinct in its second week now after coming at number 5 last time around. Number 8 is Jailer with Riverboat Queen, another one in its second week. That last week it was at number 8, I think, so that's going all right there. Number 7 is The Vendettas, Settle Down. That was one that I put forward, and it's from the new album, which is out now from the band, so we'll get to that a little bit later on as well. Number 6 is another one that will not die. This is Nesta with In the Name of Rock and Roll. That has been, I don't know, it's been like 10 weeks or something in a row now. It's been going for a while. I'm wondering how many more weeks it's going to keep going for, but it's still getting some love in there. It's already got more love in the next round of voting too, so I've already seen that come through. Which brings us to number 5, which is Lena Scissored Hands, which is an artist we had mixed feedback on last time out, but a different song from Lena with Believe. That one made it to number 5. Just missed out on the top 4. So which brings us to the part of the show where we go through and do some reviews as we go through here. Alrighty, so number 4 is the Vintage Caravan with Philosopher. There's a link in the description box, but there's also going to be one in the comments now as I go through things and put it in. This is the second single and opening track from the Icelandic band's upcoming album Portals, which is due out September 26, 2025. This time around, though, they've recruited none other than the incomparable Michael Ackerfeld of Opeth to put them out on this one. About the song, bassist Alexander, Nimerson has this to say. It's fun when I'm trying to read. The Vintage Caravan proudly present our new single Philosopher, which features none other than the amazing Michael Ackerfeld from Opeth on lead vocals. Having toured extensively with Opeth the last years, we made quite good friends with them, and we were so honored when Michael offered to lend us a helping hand with our new album. Originally, Oscar meant to sing the whole song, but after discussing the possibility of having Michael guest on one of the songs, I couldn't hear the song anymore without him singing the verses. He did a stellar job, and I couldn't be more happy with it. Philosopher is the opening track of our album, and we wanted to start this album with a more sort of quiet, dreamy intro leading into this quite heavy song, full of laid-back rock riffs with bubbling, arpeggiating synth textures. The song leads into the first portal of 5, signaling the beginning of this journey of an album. Ula put this song forward this week, came in number 4. I got the randomized draw on this one, so let's get stuck into our first song of the night. And this is a band that we've definitely enjoyed in the past, especially Dave and myself. I think a few years ago, we discovered these guys, and you and I both fell in love pretty much straight away. That was really cool. Gotten up into our top 10s. It was like an instant hit for us. So that said, I was very happy to get this song this time around. Now, this is a band that does have that proggy side to them as well, but this sort of also has this almost sort of, like they mentioned in the preamble there, that, you know, they start off sort of a bit quieter, and this has sort of almost a folky sort of acoustic guitar intro to the song. But then the riff kicks in and you don't look back after that. This has great melody. I love the way that the bass and the drums lead this along with those vocals from Michael on this one, and the guitar is more sort of sparse in the verse part of it. I think they've done a really good job of highlighting the guest without making it feel, you know, foreign or intrusive or anything like that. It actually worked incredibly well for mine. The two vocalists on that note work really well, sort of complement and contrast with each other as well. That between the verse and the chorus aspect is really well done, and I wouldn't mind actually hearing more of it, to be honest. I think it's going to be a really interesting way to open the album. But yeah, just the way they set the tone from the beginning of the song, and then the vocals come in, you go from verse to chorus. Like the whole thing there is just really smooth and really well done. There's undeniable groove and swing to this. While there's that sort of prog side to this band, they're really, really accessible, which I find to be, it makes them really enjoyable to someone like me who always appreciates that organic feel and flow. And while they have that progressive stuff, there's a bit of moment of that later in the song, but just across their journey that we've discovered, they just are one of those bands that always have this flair and panache to what they're doing, but they always still make it so anyone and everyone can really just sink their teeth in, and it just flows. I just love the way they flow in their composition. Anyway, side note too on the lyric video for this one, it's a really, really simple lyric video. The words just literally just sort of are just punching out at the bottom of the script. There's this cool little, you know, visual scene around that, which is, I don't know, I just found it really intriguing to watch. I hope that's the album artwork, because that's fucking probably going to be up there for album art of the year for me if that's the case. Anyway, back to the song. This has a kick-ass solo in it that is both blistering and beautiful. That sets up the bridge in this song really nicely, and then what comes after that is just, you know, showing off that prog chops that they've got just a little bit more. The drumming, I think, is frenetic, especially toward the end of the song. It starts off with an acoustic beginning and then just builds and builds and builds and builds, and then the final stanza with the drums going off the head is just, I don't know, I thought they really nailed it. you can feel this one being an album opener when you listen to it. It's great as a standalone single, but I really want to sort of see how this goes in the context of the album. This song alone makes me want to really just go through that now and put it on, start track 1, this song here, and just see what happens next, because the way the song finishes, it feels like it's setting the table, which I thought was really, really well done. Bring it on as far as I'm concerned. There's a great hook in this song. The whole song, like I said, builds really nicely. I think it's damn well done. The chorus is beautiful. The writing, the performance, and the mixing on this is impeccable as well. I think if you've never checked this band out, then you've really been missing out. A few years back, Dave and I discovered them, and pretty much they went straight to our top 10s. I think this one, if this is anything to go by, might be up there again for me as well. So 9 shots on one song alone. I can't wait to hear the rest of the album. Bring it the fuck on. That being said, do the rounds. Give us your thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever else you want to do there. Horns up. Yep, cool. Everyone enjoyed this one. So it's universal. That's a good song to start the show.
I'm keen for this new album.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to be putting that one on the day it comes out, I reckon. I'm very, very keen.
I did a phone interview with the guitar player from Iceland, and I completely fucked up. I said, congratulations on the new album. I said the album title, and it was the previous album.
Yes.
I felt like a fucking idiot.
Nice.
I really fucked that up.
Yeah. No, wow. That is, I do remember that. That was cool. Quickly here, Michael has got to get a plug in here for the Full the Warning live at, I'm not even going to try and say that one. The Nacional is out now. Been listening to it constantly. I'm sure you have. And what I have heard of it is very, very cool. I'm looking forward to hearing more from that album, actually more in depth. Anna said, I'm Jolie's friend. She mentioned to watch the show as I would love it. Right up my alley. So hopefully it is. Keep us posted. Kat says, you got your t-shirt, Belle. Yay. Okay, there we go. And Kat hoodie. So there you go. You guys are twinning tonight. So nicely done there. So I finally got you, did it, Belle?
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. I'm stoked that it got there in the end. All righty. That brings us over to the number 3 song for this week. Link in the comments and description box as always. This is Wednesday 13 with Rotting Away. Nicely done getting more t-shirt plug in there, Belle. This Wednesday 13 Rotting Away, this is one we probably don't need to do much of an introduction for. I'm going to give a little one here anyway. We recently went over this whole album in Global Grooves, courtesy of Dave. And this seems to have been not only enjoyed by us, but also by quite a few in our Patreon audience there. Michael C. put this one forward, made it number 3 this week. And as fortune would have it, Dave got the duty on this one. Before we go to Dave, about this song, Wednesday 13 has commented, I'm putting the fun back in Funeral with our new video for Rotting Away. I had such a great time filming this and wanted to do something fun, campy, and different from the other band performance videos inspired by the original Night of the Living Dead film. Tom Petty's video Last Dance with Mary Jane, along with a little weekend at Bernie's thrown into this. Take it away, Dave. Actually, that's a really good way to start the video too if you watched it. That's actually
I've seen the video. That's a good way of yes,
okay. Definitely.
Okay, this is my first time hearing Wednesday 13, and all I can say is I am shocked. The profanity, the disregard for decency, not to mention the disregard for human life, and it's just so loud and in your face. It represents a downfall in society's morals and decency, and it's fucking awesome. To say that I hate you, that would be too fucking nice.
Yeah.
Catchy introduction to the song. Killer chorus. I can't wait till you're in your grave and you're cold and rotting away. Fucking beautiful poetry. You can't say Wednesday doesn't have a great way with words. But that wouldn't work if it's just that without a killer rock band behind it. And this just has that old school rock attitude. Everything from the Ramones to Skid Row, fast, rude, in your face. It's not pretty and it's not meant to be. It's just fucking bashing out some killer rock and roll and just doing the most ludicrous fucking lyrics you can think of. It has shades of classics of Wednesday, like Bad Things and From Here to the Hearse, but it doesn't feel dated. It feels fresh like a dead corpse. It's a romantic song for anyone who hates love songs and they love warm bodies or hate warm bodies. The music video is hilarious as described. He's pretty much driving a hearse with a dead body to the cemetery. On the back, instead of just married, it's just buried. And there's a whole bunch of tomfoolery that goes on. Once he gets his dead date to the cemetery and they have a little picnic and He reads Dawn of the Dead to her and laughs at all the classic parts, but I won't spoil the rest of it. This gets two fucking horns. It's fantastic. I love this song. I love this album.
Yeah, no, it went well all around. We did the album review, so I don't think there's much shock here. But yeah, let's do the rounds. Horns, I fucking love it. This is fantastic. This is brilliant as far as I'm concerned. So thumbs up, thumbs down. Everyone enjoy this one as well. No?
It didn't go well all around.
I'm not a fan.
Jeff didn't say anything about the album.
Look, I like the music. I think the music is fine. There's something about there's two things. His fucking vocals I can't stand. It's kind of like this is Wednesday 13 is my version of Dave's Rush. Can't fucking do it, and I don't know why. It's just it's funny. There's nothing wrong with the music.
It's funny when you find
vocals. Vocals can definitely kill.
They can.
A good song band.
Yes, I don't know why it is. I just don't like it. And
it's so funny how subjective that can be as well.
Yes.
Exactly. So for that, I'm giving it like a half. Fair
enough. All good.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry,
well,
I'm not trying to.
Jeff, I'll hook you up with Bourbon Crow, his country band where he actually sings.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, I'm off.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'd be curious about that too. Actually,
on like Spotify and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's actually got a really good singing voice.
Yeah, no, I'd actually be curious.
And that would probably be an improvement because I just don't like the way it's the. I don't know what it is about that style of vocal. It's like
Dead Corpses don't actually sing. They just kind of
rattle.
Death rattle.
Rage.
Taking a bit. See what comes out.
No, I'm all about. I found him. Okay, thank you, Dave. I'm all about I don't mind the topic. I don't mind like the, the subject matter and all that shit. I'm all for that. That's pretty cool. Just his voice. If it wasn't for his voice, I'd probably like these guys.
Yeah, it's funny how that's so opposite. Like you said, Jeff, it's the thing with Rush and Dave. Like you think that there's things about it. You think that people should like this one, and then it's like the vocals just they can't do it, and off.
Dave has said many times.
Check out any new music. The guitar can be cool. The whole band's good. Then the fucking vocals come in and just runs it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that could be an interesting conversation for another time. How important is vocals to you when you listen to music?
I think it's all important. Absolutely. You could absolutely great musicians, but if the singer ruins it.
That's it. Yeah, it can be. And it's like I said, so subjective. Yeah, so subjective. Adrian's here. Good to see you. He's gone Wednesday 13. Reminds me of the band Wasp. To a point, I get that one.
They covered Fuck Like a Beast too, and that was awesome.
That would be cool. That was live when you saw them?
No, it's on the Necrophase album.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Well, it's a bonus track on that.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All righty. Let's get on to the next one. Keep things moving along. So next up is Cassidy Paris with Stronger. This is the very latest from the Melbourne artist. We've been following her for quite a while now. Jeff and I both really enjoyed her debut album. I know I've got this one right. Her new sensation back in late 2023. This one looks to be the beginning of the next chapter for Cassidy. I think there's a new album in the works. About this particular song, Cassidy had this to say. This is a song about my experience in life dealing with situations that can be difficult to get through. I thought it'd be only fitting to record this as it's become an anthem to remind me that in life there will always be people that try and bring you down. I love performing the song on stage. My dad and Wicked Smile, even though some people thought I don't belong here. A big thanks to all the people that got behind me and helped put my own little stamp on this song. So her dad is Steve Janeski from Wicked Smile and a whole host of other bands if you've been following his work. But also Paul Lane is on this one, Pete Lesperance, Pete Newdeck, Harry Hess, and Frontiers Music across the board. Put forward by me this time around. I put this song on and I thought for me personally, it's not my song, but just I thought it was the best song I'd heard her do yet. So I thought I'd put this one into the pile and went pretty well. Got number 2 this week. Belle, you got the assignment, if I'm correct. So how'd you go?
Oh, I'm about to be bundled into what this song's about, no doubt, but that's cool. I'll take that. It's all subjective, right?
It is.
Look, okay. I did possibly over exaggerate there. It's a good song. It is a good song. It has a pleasing chord progression, all the right minor chords in just the right order, vocal melody and lyrics that are just right. It's performed well across the board, and it's produced to perfection.
Mm.
And what do we get? A good song, as I said, yes, but also a very safe song. On my first listen through, I could predict pretty much every shift in chord, including in the bridge. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just think there's no doubt Cassidy Parrish is a great singer and songwriter, and those surrounding her, and she's a born performer. But I'd really like to see her step out of her comfort zone, the comfort zone that she writes for herself, and do something a bit more daring, musically speaking. I feel like she's giving me Milky Way when I'm craving a peppermint crisp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I genuinely like the song. There was nothing at all wrong with it. But it punch me in the face with its intended message of strength and empowerment. I didn't feel that. Hopefully she got what she needed from the song. I honestly do. I didn't. So hopefully, perhaps my comments here will spur her to kind of take it to the next level and go, fuck you, lady, and tell me that in song form. I hope so. Anyway,
right.
I give it 7 shots.
Okay, cool.
I didn't
That's
hate
all right.
it.
No,
Yeah.
that's all right. Well, let's do the rounds then. I really, like I said, I put this forward, so I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. I enjoy this one quite a bit.
I like this. Yeah. This was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just say, so a Harry Hess recommendation was mentioned that. So you guys know who Harry Hess is, yeah? Harry Hess is he's the producer, but he's also the lead singer of Harem Scarum. And last year, you may remember earlier this year, she toured with them over in Canada. And so so he's obviously offered to produce and help because he's a producer as well. So if you like Harem Scarum, I like this song. I thought it was well done. So yeah. But that's very cool that she's teamed up with him because he's good.
Like I said, I enjoyed it, and just to, not to drag this on, but I just put it forward because I thought that in terms of where she's come from, and I've been following her for a while now. I think Dave has been following her since she was like really starting out, and like seeing her progression from songs to album to what she's doing next. I'm very, very curious as to what the next sort of chapter is going to be. I think there's a bit more. I get what coming. Yeah,
I get what Belle's saying as well.
I understand too.
It does seem she's playing it safe. That's right, and so that's fine. But
she's still young. She's got so much ahead of her career.
Oh, absolutely. And I think her future is really bright. Yeah.
Just it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. No.
Progress.
Fingers crossed. There's another album on the way, and we can go over that as time permits.
That's 2 years ago. I can't believe when you said it was 2023. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much almost 2. I think it's October 23 to be honest, from memory, or something about that time. So we're not far away from like 2 years exact since the album came out, which is pretty remarkable. Yep. Guru's here. Good to see you, man. He's gone. Greetings, rockers across the plane, and also I read Megadeth is retiring, quote unquote, again.
Yeah.
We'll see. Craig's here. Good to see you. He's gone. Evening all. How good is the vintage Caravan song? Fucking fantastic. We all love that one. Harem Scarum there. That's where Craig's filling in the blanks for us there. Thank you for jumping in. Cassidy and Steve toured with Harry and Pete and Harem Scarum recently, Jeff. That's where she asked them to produce.
I know. I saw I remember
which I still think it's cool how
cool.
Yeah, it sounds great. And Paul Lane, he's produced her work in the past, and I've been critical of that in the past, and I'm glad that he's still involved and played on this one, even though he's not producing. It's good to see that sort of bridge is still intact, which is fantastic. All right, one more song to go here, folks, before we move on to the next part of the show, which is Mammoth with The End. The spell, I should say. The album that it's come from is called The End. This is the latest single from Mammoth, aka Wolfgang Van Halen. This is the title track. No, it's not. It's not the title track. My notes are all fucked up. This is the second single from the upcoming album called The End, which is due out October 24, 2025. This album is going to be the first under just the simple Mammoth name there because Wolfgang got the rights to the shortened name, which he wanted to do for a long time now. Look, I don't know how much of an introduction you need into Wolfgang Van Halen. If you haven't been paying attention and this is your first taste, well, then fuck, you've been under a rock because we've loved his work for a while now. So much so that it's not just us that loved it. This got to number 1 as courtesy of our Patreon voting there. So well done to them. This is put forward by Jolie. So congrats. You're not here tonight, but I know that you would have loved to have seen this song go to number 1. Jeff, you have the final call for this segment of the show. So take it away.
Yeah. So look, everything that this guy touches, if you don't know Wolfie, as Andrew said, turn that rock over, push yourself out and climb out. Welcome to the real world. Because if you didn't know, he's Eddie Van Halen's one and only son. And so, and I would say, dare say, as a musician, he's more talented than his father because he can play so much more, and he can sing all that stuff that Eddie really couldn't do very well. But this is another case of fucking can't stand the fucking vocals. I can't stand his voice. I love the music. Wow. I don't like his voice. I think his voice is very wimpy, and I just never liked it. I like the music. I've listened to countless all the stuff that he's put out, but I can't stand his fucking voice. I'm being very critical tonight, but fuck it. I'm just it's out there.
Okay.
Great song. Musically, I was like, yep, that's a good song. I'm going to learn that. I like this. Is really good, but I just don't like his voice. I don't think the voice suits the music, but because he wants to be the one guy that does it all, he plays every single instrument. The idea of getting another singer would be just like, forget that. So he's going to do the voice as well. And it just doesn't gel with me. I just don't like it. Yeah.
He's not Uten food.
So I'm going to, I'm going to say that for me, because the great song, I'm still going to give it 7 shots, but it's let down for me from my, lack of enjoyable vocals. I just don't like the sound of his voice. Yeah, I don't know why. I just find his I picture in my head something like, what made Van Halen stand apart from other bands was the amazing vocals in every version they had. Maybe some Gary Sharon. On paper it worked. Didn't work in reality. Gary Sharon's a great singer. Just it didn't come across. Or
maybe Ed Wood himself.
I don't know. It was just something about his voice, and I just don't like. I don't think he's a bad singer.
Interesting.
But I don't like it. So I don't know if I'm alone out there. Maybe I am.
Well, we'll do a quick snap poll amongst the 3 of us in a second. But anything else you want to say on that one, Jeff?
No, other than I'm looking forward, obviously, to continue to look forward to everything that this guy does, because I like it. I do like it. I can listen to it. I'm just not crazy over it because of the voice. It pulls me out. And we spoke about earlier how a vocalist can pull you out of something no matter how good the music is.
Interesting.
And so, same thing.
All right, cool. Well, let's do the rounds, and then we'll do a quick snap poll on that one. But yeah, I fucking love this song. Big thumbs up for me. I love it. All right, let's do a quick snap poll here. Dave, vocals, yes or no for Mammoth?
Wolfgang, fuck yeah.
Yep.
Like
Belle?
Yes, good.
I'm an all pro fucking yes. Absolutely yes. Like, I think his voice is fantastic, Jeff. So there you go.
Yeah,
You're on an island, my friend.
Bad. I'm an island today. Yeah, it's not a bad singer. I just don't. Maybe it's the tone of it or something. I just don't like it.
Maybe, yeah. But I actually enjoy how his voice works with his music. I think he's just a consummate one man band that does everything bloody well. So I love his voice personally, but. We've had this discussion. Horses for courses. Everyone's going to like their own thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
on that, Adrian says Wolfgang is a monster. So there we go. But Craig says Mammoth, 7 shots, which is cool. Adrian said Mammoth was supposed to be the name before Van Halen. Yes, that is true. We all know that one. And Craig says it was the name in the early days, Adrian. Yeah, there's a whole lot of back and forth now, but it's cool though for me that Wolfie finally got to get the name he wanted. I'm not sure how much money had to change for that to happen, but I'm glad that he got the rights and could make it the way he wanted to do things anyway. So, new album coming soon. I'm sure we'll all go and check it out when it comes out. All right, time for the news part of the show, which everyone else gets to take a break from while I go and try and read my notes. So this is the Hard Rock happenings this week. You go have a drink. All right, obviously Megadeth retiring, quote unquote. We'll see how well that works out for everyone. I don't think I need to go too much into that one, but there is other news this week. We'll start with the sad stuff first, obviously. Brent Hines, co-founder of Mastodon, has passed away at 51. He was the former guitarist and vocalist of the band. He tragically died in a motorcycle accident in Atlanta on August 20th, 2025. An SUV failed to yield and colliding with the Harley Davidson he was on. He did not recover from the accident. He was only 51. Mastodon, now a Grammy-winning metal institution, announced that they are in a state of unfathomable sadness and grief following the loss of their creative force. Earlier this week, it was their first show since the tragedy. The band paid tribute to Hines on stage. Drummer Brent, I'm sorry, my eyes are fucked, which is why we're not been streaming, and I'm trying to read my notes, so I apologize. Brandaler spoke with deep emotion about their decades-long bond, calling their relationship brothers to the end. Adding to the tributes pouring in, here's one here. Gavin Rossdale of Bush, who, love or hate the band, he revealed that Hines had previously helped him avoid a relapse into a Xanax addiction, a testament to the positive influence he had outside of the stage as well. Brent Hines leave behind a big legacy, not only in Mastodon, but other things as well. So from all of us to anyone that knew and loved him, our sincere condolences. It's always, from the fans' point of view, one of those things that are sad, but there's always a family that gets left behind as well. So our condolences to all those that knew and loved him most. There's also more interesting news here. There's been a bit of a Spotify boycott, not only from bands, but also amongst our little Discord community too, because Daniel Elk, whatever his name is, the guy that runs Spotify, he's been investing in weapons programs and drone warfare and things like that. And everyone's like, no, fuck this. We don't want to be a part of this. King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard, Aussie band that have done how many albums now? I've lost count. But a lot of other bands and artists are also pulling their music from Spotify as a protest against this thing. I'm not sure what's going to happen. This all ties into, non-stop criticism about the payout rates for royalties, which is a ongoing conversation. But while this is happening, it's an interesting development because ARIA, the Australian Recording Industry Association, has just reaffirmed this major partnership with Spotify for the 2025 awards season, which seems to have the music community at odds with each other. You got the awards, which is always out of touch as far as I'm concerned, versus the community base of the music. And so it's an interesting sort of watch this space to see how far this goes. We just sort of bring it up because it's been a really interesting topic inside of Discord. And so just give us your thoughts out there as you go along as well about what you think of that one there. All right, on to the fun stuff now. Here's the tours. Zetro Souza, he's coming to Australia for a thrash tour. Oh, yeah. So Steve Zetro Souza, best known for fronting Testament, in the early days anyway, and the legendary Exodus, is bringing his celebrated career down under in February 2026. You can expect a brutal best-of set featuring classics from across the decades, from Pleasures of the Flesh and Fabulous Disaster to Tempo of the Damned and Persona Non Grata. The dates include Thursday, February 6 at Melbourne, Max Watts, Friday, February 8 Sydney in the Crowbar, Saturday, February 7 in Brisbane at the Crowbar as well. Pre-sale, all sorts of stuff's happening now, so get around it. There's also packages as well, so have at it if you're keen. We have in the past covered that Uli John Roth is on tour. The supports have been announced for that now as well. So Wednesday, September 3rd at the Manning Bar in Sydney with Avalanche, friends of ours here. So good to see them getting gig there. Thursday, September 4th at the Government Adelaide with Dirty Pagans. Friday, September 5 in Croxton Bandra, Melbourne with Nothing Sacred, another band we love here as well, celebrating 40 years of Death Wish is Nothing Sacred. So there you go on that one. All those tickets are on sale now. I think they're selling fast as well. So if you want to see Uli John Roth, get around that one. And then one more tour announcement, which is Combi Christ have got their Down and Under Again Australian tour in 2025 coming up. Another sort of announcement that ties into the supports being there as well. So Industrial Metal Legends Combi Christ are returning to Australia this September for the Down and Under Again tour. And Hardline Media has just announced an epic local lineup of supports. So Witch Grinder are supporting. They're the main support across all the shows. You've got Our Last Enemy for Sydney. You've got Novo for Sydney as well. And there's a few other bits and pieces there as well. So you've got Thursday, September 18th, the Brisbane Crowbar, September 19th, the Sydney Crowbar, and September 20, Melbourne Max Watts. Yeah, that's a lot to go on to. Again, tickets on sale, meet and greet things are there. So obviously have added. If I missed anything, I apologize. Now, I have a few weeks to get through with music releases because we haven't done this bit for a while. But I'm going to start with some Aussie shout-outs. So I did cover this last stream, but I just want to make sure this one does get the love it deserves. The Blaze have released their second album, Sink Your Teeth In. Temptress have their new album, Queen of Crows, out now as well. The Vendettas, Melbourne band, have their new album, Who's Who in the Zoo, out now as well. Kathleen Turner Overdrive up here in Queensland. Their new album, A Safe Space for Cryptids, is out now. The Omnific has a remix EP called Matrices. And Katana Cartel, Dave, they have a new EP called God of War, which is out now as well.
Okay,
so there's a cool. There's I haven't thought about for a while. Some selected picks over the last 2 weeks that have been released and coming out tomorrow as well. So you got Beast with Colossal, Chevelle with Bright as Blasphemy, Ellison/Soto. That's been getting a lot of love in Discord as well with Unbreakable. Those are out now. Panopticon with Laurentian. You've also got Rise Against with Ricochet. You've also got Burning Witches with Inquisition. Another band's been getting some love from Discord and Patreon as well. Crown, who we mentioned briefly earlier tonight with their new album Wonderland. Feuerschwanz with Nightclub. Marath with Reflections. And then you have 3 Days Grace with Alien Nation. There we go, Alien Nation. And then coming out tomorrow, it's a bit of a quieter day tomorrow, but that's okay because one of the albums is fucking massive. You've got Darker Half with Book of Fate, but just in case you didn't know, Halloween have their new album, Giants and Monsters.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Tomorrow. So there you go, Dave. I figured that might make you a bit happy there. So there's a selected cross-section.
Fuck yeah.
New music out now and coming out tomorrow as we go along. All righty. Vinny's here. He's gone. Hello, everyone. Great to see everyone back and healthy. Mammoth is a solid 8. Would be great to see them at an outdoor festival here in Australia, like at a Mushroom Lady Trial or something. Oh, man. Okay, cool.
Too soon,
Well
too
done,
soon,
Vinny.
Billy.
It
Too
just wouldn't be a show without Vinny. David's here too, saying, "G'day guys, Early John Roth here in Adelaide next week." Yes, that is.
Yeah.
The tour was just the supports being announced. That was why that was getting a bit of an additional plug there. But that is going to be some very cool tours coming up. So get around it. They're happening now, just about as well. Alrighty, now I get to really torture myself by trying to read some more notes as I go through this. This is fun. I can't wait for my glasses to arrive because I'm going to need those, I think. But anyway, this is time for the Backyard Banger segment of the show. And this is something a bit different tonight, so bear with us. But I'm going to put a reference track in the description box and the comments for you. There is the Jimmy C with the Back Roads to Ruin. That is your reference track for everyone to check out tonight. But this is the Backyard Bangers. We'll put a spotlight on the local artists that we have in this country. And this week, it is the Jimmy C with Refreshing. It's 14 tracks for 36 minutes. This is the very latest offering from the Melbourne musician known for his work in Lava Fangs and The Devil Rock 4. This particular album is at least his 9th solo effort and was released in June 2025 by Cheer Squad Records and Tapes. This is the ultimate one-man band, as while he's known for drums and vocals in his other bands, he does absolutely everything, including mixing and mastering. While in other shows, we've touched on things like The Devil Rock 4 and more recently Lava Fangs and other like TV and Sunday stations, things like that. We never really dived into the career of the man behind all this, which is Jamie Cogill. And as a chance would have it, this release was slated as this week's Backyard Banger, assigned to me. And so let's get into it. This isn't the most straight up hard rock album we're ever going to cover on the show. I'm going to put that out there from the start. But Refreshing in its own way actually kind of lives up to its name. It's an engaging and interesting listen that lives up to that title. It goes down easy, but don't sort of mistake that for shallow. There's a surprising range of moods and emotions packed into this thing. The opening track, the Back Roads to Ruin, which is the reference track here tonight, that sets the tone beautifully for me. It's light, it's melancholic at the same time, and full of sort of subtle detail, which I really did enjoy. The guitar tone, the percussive textures, and sort of clever panning, those things all contribute to an atmosphere and an intimate sound that sort of drags you in as you go along. Overall, the mix on this one is clean yet gritty. There's a deliberate sort of rawness here, a kind of analog heat that adds character to these songs. The vocal layering and panning give it great dimension to it. I got to pay a real credit to the vocal layering and mixing. So I thought that was really well done, and it added so much to these songs. Tracks like I Want Her and Don't Cry shift between upbeat and sort of that indie infused sound, while songs like Sonora 1 and 2 deliver a kind of dusty Western vibe that wouldn't feel out of place in a Pulp Fiction soundtrack, for example.
Yeah.
There's a warmth to the acoustics and the instruments here that adds color and depth across the board. Like I said, this is not a purely hard rock album, but there's more than enough meat on the bone here to enjoy if you want to get into stuff like that. But at the same time, there's a lot of other color and texture just to really just enjoy, as far as I'm concerned. Speaking of, just when you think you've got a handle on things, Tie One On kicks it up a gear with that proper rock energy that you want from an album. It's well timed in contrast, in its placement of the album, and it showcases that range in both the writing and the performance of just what this man is capable of doing. Just a Fool brings the heat back again with the warm lead guitar work and even dips into sort of Beatles-esque territory with its almost a cappella sections in there as well. That's taken even further on The Girl on the Staircase. It's just a 37-second track, but it plays like a twisted barbershop quartet out of a Stephen King short story. It's haunting in the best way. That one really did stay with me after. It's a 37-second song, but it had a knack of just getting in your head and staying there. The Boy in the Suitcase keeps the groove going with punchy drums and great dynamics, while El Deserto de los Muertos slows things right down again, and another instrumental sort of moment that lets the record breathe and shift gears and let you sort of take in what's going on. Start All Over picks up the pace again and channels early Midnight Oil, I think, a little bit with a splash of sort of Beach Boys, doo-wop kind of thing going in there as well. I'll say now that track sort of has the best solo on the whole album. There aren't a lot of great big solo moments, but when the guitar wants to flash, that song in particular showcases that. But leaning into different things, Your Corpse is a Bore brings some darkness and storytelling punch, and impressively, most of these songs clock in at just under 3 minutes. It's compact, but really fully realized in what you got here. The penultimate track on this one, Sending Home the Dead, is slow, morose, and layered wonderfully. It fades away gradually, leaving just the sort of vocals to linger at the end of the song. Honestly, it felt like the perfect closer for me. I would have put that at the end of the album, but instead, you get All Night Ride, a stripped-back acoustic finale with vocal layering that leans into sort of artsy, that Beatles sort of thing again in there, but it's a curious but sort of also still fitting end to the album. I think it's worth noting, just as a thing, that this isn't quote-unquote a brand new collection of songs. These are reimaginings of songs he's done on other projects over the years, notably soundtrack work, that kind of stuff. But he wanted to do these songs again with the benefit of all the years of experience and also more technology than just a 4-track tape recorder that he started on back in the day. So he wanted to really give these ones a more proper treatment. For me, that effort absolutely landed. This record has charm, darkness, texture, warmth, and just the right amount of the oddity sort of to keep you locked in. It's a great place to sort of dive into this artist's body of work if this gets your attention. I know I'll be checking out more for me personally. It is different. It's not our usual bread and butter, so to speak, but I really did enjoy it. And for me, like I said at the top, it is refreshing. I gave it 8 shots. The Boy in the Suitcase, Sending Home the Dead, The Back Rows to Ruin, and The Girl on the Staircase, my standout tracks on this one. Let's do the rounds here. Let's go to Dave first. How'd you go with this one?
Yeah, this is cool. Refreshing is definitely the word I would use to describe it as well. I put it on, it made me feel like I'd just driven into a 1960s diner, and like someone on roller skates is going to come up and take my order, fucking straight out of Happy Days or something. It was cool. I like the guitar tone. I've no idea what setup is needed to create this, what guitar and amp, but it's different and I like it. And occasionally it pops up in weird type of music that I like, but it's not so common. It's but it's a bit like surf music, but not quite surf music. It's like early The Who, some Chris Isaac, 69 Cats, if you know Yuki's rockabilly band, and the Cramps. You know, you can pick these bands, but it's not stuff that I would usually not my go-to, but stuff that I like listening to. Overall, it's an easy listen. It's not for me, but it's familiar enough to enjoy. It's quirky too, which is fun. You got these poppy type songs with really dark lyrics, and it's a cool contrast. It makes it an interesting listen. But yeah, overall, I give it 8 out of 10. Sorora Desert Theme was cool. The Boy in the Suitcase and Your Corpse is a Bore. But yeah, the whole album from start to finish is really cool.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. Let's continue the rounds. Belle, how about you?
Yes, I did like this.
Cool.
I will start by saying that here is an example, and we've been bitching about this for a while. Here is an example of a fantastic bio on Spotify. Yeah. Not too long, not too short. It's factual, self-promotional. I like the cover art of this as well. That's cool. Musically, it's really good for a one-man band. Admittedly, I was a little nervous when I first read that. My jaded mind was thinking, "Oh God, what kind of self-affirmed garbage am I in for here?" So I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised, because we get cool vibes, musical competence, and I like the sound quality. It had like a fuzzy old school edge. It's really quite feel good music. You could just put this album on in pretty much any setting, and no one's going to be offended by it.
There's something for everyone here.
Yeah, you could just sort of have it on. Like I'm always getting offended by music that if I'm sitting in like a cafe eating or waiting for a coffee or, you know, possibly even at the hairdresser today, and I'm just like subjected to listening to this fucking Apple garage band like reproduced shit with like crap generic vocals over it. Sorry, I'm getting off track.
No, I get it, Belle. I spent almost 20 years in retail. You know, you can't just fucking leave your job when you have to listen to this shit all day.
There's so much good music. Like this is a real musician playing real instruments with songs he came up with his real brain. Yeah.
You can't beat the real thing in this sort of
That's it.
You just when you
real
come
brain.
back to this, it's natural, melodic, energetic, a strong nod to rock and roll's roots. I really like it. I got some standout tracks. The El Deserto.
Yep.
De Los. Yep.
De Los Muertos. Yep.
Yep. Your Corpse is a Bore. That's a hilarious song title. Sending Home the Dead. They're all kind of the more slower groove ones. I just not that I didn't like the rockier ones as well, but they just I really enjoyed those. I fucking loved it. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. All right. Well, when we agree. One more to go. Jeff, how about you?
Yeah, this guy, well, to be honest, I had never heard of him. So I know that, you know, for me, it was just coming into, I don't know who this guy is, but okay, I'm listening to this album. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who are these people? I didn't know who they were. If it was a band. What? I didn't check out the bio until after, and then realize, one guy doing everything. I was like, holy fuck. Okay, there's talented, and then there's talented, and then there's this guy. I have to say that this album is, it's accessible. There's a lot here. There's actually more here than meets the initial listen. I listened to this album probably 3 or 4 times, and intently a couple times, background music, a few times, just see how it washes over you. And it's very accessible. It's very retro, as it's got that. Yeah, this belongs into a Quentin Tarantino film sort of movie vibe music, and it's got that in spades. And I think what I like about it is that nobody's really doing this. He's carved himself out a niche that in the world of the production is well done for the type of music that it is. It's not overproduced at all. There's no gloss here, which is really nice, because all too often you'll hear music that has been overproduced to within an inch of its life, right? Yeah. Everything snapped to grid, everything fucking perfect. And this guy has found a way to make something refreshing and retro and relevant. So there's the 3 R's: refreshing, retro, and relevant. And I think that's really what this is. This is, if I had a hat on right now, I scare people with my little bandana thing, but I'd take it off, because this guy, Jimmy C, or Howard Jamie's, whatever his last name is. Jimmy C, I think his real name is Jamie something, but
James, I think it is.
James, he deserves the hats off, because he's produced something is just really, really, really good. And I would have no qualms about listening to this album again many times. So I'm going to give this 9 shots. I think this is fantastic. Cool. And the horns as well. So it's really good.
Nice. There we go. Well, it shows you that when you do sort of broaden your horizons, you might just find some gold out there and in those distant lands, and this is one of those ones where I think we did just find that. So hopefully everyone out there enjoys this one as well. Let's see what the comments have to say. Adrian said that Jimmy C has that classic rock sound, which is cool. Vikings, good to see you on Twitch, giving us the horns there. Craig says Jimmy C 6 shots. So there we go. Vinny says I can relate, Belle, when I'm sitting in the waiting room at the local GP. Well, that's too much noisy music.
Yeah.
Craig has gone butt plug, gone too far again, Vinny. Hang on, this gets better because Vinny's gone no Craig Matchbox car this time. Parking fees were too high. Oh fuck! This is fantastic. Well, well, Craig's gone lol. Hope the doc drives out of the car park. So there we go. Anyway, Adrian said the 3 hours. I like that, Jeff. So there we go. We got a bit of love there.
Yeah.
So please do check out the Jimmy C. Not just this, but there's plenty of other. Like I said, there's heaps of other albums out there as well. I think there's at least the 9th that I could discover. So get around it. That's what the whole segment's about, supporting some locals. So check it out. Belle, you're up next week because we have Imperator with Nations Rise. That's the assignment for you next week, just to get that one underway. I'll be updating playlists on Friday. So for people on Patreon, by the way, who haven't got their votes and nominations in for Hot Rocks and Tastemakers, do so tonight or tomorrow afternoon because Friday everything gets changed over. Alrighty, over to the next part of the show here, which is Fretboard Feud. And for this little theme here, we all go through week by week and have different picks and all that kind of stuff. And this time around, we're going through the year that was 1985, going month by month in the first time we've done this sort of format, and picking albums from each month to sort of see which one of us comes out on top at the end of the whole cycle with who has the most points. Last week we did September, and Belle had Gary Moore with Run for Cover. I took Kiss with Asylum. Jeff chose Saxon, Innocence Is No Excuse, and Dave took Stevie Ray Vaughan, Soul to Soul. That's what happened last week. Before we picked those ones, the week before we had the score was Jeff was out in front on 295 points. I was equal to him on 295. So was Belle, and Dave was trailing on 240. So it was very sort of a bit of a log jam. Safe to say things are starting to split apart after this week because the results of this poll might just surprise you. For my choice, Kiss with Asylum, we were all discussing last week when we were going through it that we thought that would get some votes. It got no votes, so I got 20 points to that one. I got the bottom of the
poll. Kidding me?
No votes. Not a single vote.
I went first and I didn't pick it.
Yep.
Like,
Fuck! What's wrong with people?
Second.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, I got no love for my choice, so I took 20 points for that one.
The album has two of the best guitar solos Bruce Kulick ever did.
Here we go. This is I knew this.
Guitar solos, you're going up against the Gary Moore album.
Yeah.
So?
There's no competition.
So?
Exactly.
All right. Bruce Kulick smokes Gary Moore.
I'll get out of town, Dave.
All right, you guys. Calm down. Let me finish the segment because
it's all relative.
For 30 points, the next album, Dave, was your choice. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Soul to Soul. I got you 30 points that, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
Yep.
He smokes Gary Moore too.
Sorry?
Stevie Ray Vaughan smokes Gary Moore.
Okay.
They're different styles.
Not according to the audience.
They're both blues.
They're both blues, true. But Jeff, you got 40 points for Saxon. You got the second most votes there. So well done there. Innocence Is No Excuse coming, which means that Belle took the front running there, 50 points with
rightly so.
Nice.
Here we go. I'm going to just like digitally separate you guys from the screen at the moment. So that's what's going to happen here. All right. Yeah. Anyway, that then sets the plate because things are a little bit different now. Dave is still trailing me. He's on 270 points. I'm on 315, Jeff 335, Belle on 345. So it's starting to get a little bit of a spread with a few rounds to go. But that said, this month, October, we're about to do as a monster. And it's going to be very interesting to see who chooses what as they go through things here because there's quite a lot of good albums. And whoever goes last the week before goes first in the new week. So, Dave, I'm
writing a note. Let it be known I'm writing a note right now.
What note is that, Belle?
I'm just going to write it and see what happens.
All right.
Sorry if you're interrupting. Please, David, go ahead.
What are you writing?
David, I just been called to the principal's office. I think I'm in trouble. And I think I know why. Because we're about to play a game. Who's going to call me a cunt first?
Oh,
I'm picking
all of
Iron
it.
Maiden Live After Death.
There we
Fuck
go.
the rest of you.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That had to be taken, didn't it?
Fuck yeah. I would
think
be
that was-
crazy not to. It's such a
You
good
would be
album.
mad not to. Absolutely mad not to. Alrighty. As we go through things here, Belle, you're up next. So which one have you got for us?
There we go. That's what she was writing. Yeah, she was spot on.
Oh wow!
I knew it.
That
Belle
is
wins.
amazing.
That
is. You know what? We could have scripted that. This is an unscripted show, by the way, folks. And we could not have scripted that better if we tried. Just for those that are part
That
of
was
the
I
perfect.
fucking knew
audio
it,
side of
and
things.
Oh yeah,
Why
come
wouldn't-
on. It's
why wouldn't
so,
he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
That was my
taken
first
jumping
choice.
off the page.
But
Yeah.
Belle
Oh, do you know
was
what?
in the audio
I
land,
almost
Belle's
went with Wasp. I almost went with Wasp because The
Yeah.
Last
Wow.
Command is a fucking great album.
That wouldn't even be my second choice, but
Oh, okay.
you should have just gone with it. Why didn't you
Bill?
go with it?
Oh,
Because
you
we
were
want
Iron
you to have Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
I was like, the rest of this list sucks. I only wanted that
I
one.
hope
album.
it goes down the Kiss route and
No, it won't.
Iron Maiden
There's no
gets
chance.
votes.
And you know you're delusional.
Yeah.
I know.
Probably no one
I'm
voted for
delusional.
Kiss. What's wrong with people?
Oh, we'll get to that in a second.
All right.
I'll see a comment through, but anyway.
I will choose Anthrax spreading the disease
That's a
Ooh.
good choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
because
That's
it's
cool.
cool. And it has my favorite Anthrax song on it.
Nice. Cool. No, well, that
Cool.
works. I see comments coming through. I'll get to that in a second, which means I get to go next. And you know what? I am going to take Wasp because I fucking love that album.
Fuck
The Last Command is an absolute monster. Not only for me, but also Jody loves his album as well. So absolutely am I taking that one. I was hoping it'd still be there. So thank you, Belle, for taking Anthrax above Wasp because I knew I
You're
wouldn't get
welcome.
Iron Maiden. So I'm like, I want Wasp. So I win on that one. Which means I'm curious now, Jeff, are you going to go with what I think would be the obvious choice? Or are you going to go another way?
Jeff's going the other way. Sorry, dude,
Both ways.
that was
I
just
go both ways.
I'm not
What
your buddy.
way am I gonna go?
All right.
Canadian way. Oot in the boot.
Yeah, oot in the boots. Fuck that. For those of you who don't know, before the stream started, we were talking about how when I first came out to Australia, everybody, my wife would be taking me around to her friends that I'd never met. You know,
Mhm.
She'd be taking you out in a boot.
yeah, that's right. And they would go, they'd look at me like, because they knew I was Canadian, right? They'd go, say out and about. And I'd go, out and about. And then they'd all crack up as if I was saying, oot in the boot. I'm not saying oot in the boot. I'm saying out and about. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
You sound like
they would
Canadian
lose
Bill
their minds.
Connolly.
They would absolutely lose their minds.
Yeah.
They'd all be cracking up.
So
and it's
over
like,
a romantic dinner, did she whisper to you, I want you to take it oot in the boot tonight?
yeah, right there. I'm just like it's come to this. I've traveled fucking 15,000 kilometers to fucking have somebody fucking laugh at me because I said out and about. I don't know.
You know what, Jeff? We love you, but you've brought this on yourself tonight. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I did.
Don't give us
Oh,
material
so
before we
your
go live.
Anyway, not without further
Blame
ado.
Canada.
I've got my
Oh, fuck.
remote
Canada's
here.
going to go on strike over this.
Oh
Got my remote and
What do you
I'm-
demand? What demands?
Yeah.
We don't want
He's muting us.
No, I'm muting you. I am opening up my power window.
Ah, there we go. There we go.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Rush.
No,
power
no,
window.
no. That was Jeff making his album choice for people who don't know. It's Rush Power Windows. Just for the ones that would.
If you know the album cover, that's what he's doing. He's sitting in
Yeah.
a chair. He's looking at a window, and he's got a remote in his hand.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh
Very clever.
wow. Well, we got there in the end. So just to recap here, Dave went first and put Iron Maiden Live After Death.
Yeah.
Bell
Nobody-
went next. No, Anthrax spreading the disease. Oh, we're a fucking disease. I took Wasp, The Last Command, and Jeff took Rush, Power Windows. We took
Which
a long
will
way to
come
get there.
last in this group of albums. There's no way
Maybe.
Rush is going to beat anybody in this.
I don't
No,
know.
they
Man.
shouldn't, but they
Correct.
might. You never know.
Twists and turns, man. It's interesting.
Hey, look, I'm all for
Those
it.
Rush
I mean, I
bands
think
are
it's a
rabid.
great album, but yeah, it's not in this group of albums. Fuck that. No
It's
way.
interesting.
Hey, here's a question for the audience. What does WASP stand for?
Well, we are sexual.
There's a can of worms.
Yeah. How many responses do you want, Dave?
Yeah.
You're gonna get them all.
Yeah, there's a million of them out there.
Yep. What do we got here? Adrian says, "Hang on, Kiss Asylum Rocks. I voted for. I'm not sure when you voted, but okay. Obviously, it got missed along the way.
One, yes, thank you.
One vote.
One vote.
I didn't
enough to
pick
change
it,
the vote.
thank you.
Where did you vote, mate?
I don't know. Yeah,
So
not
I
enough to
didn't
change
see
it.
any.
Yeah,
Just put it on a piece of toilet paper and flush it.
stuck it on the screen.
Oh,
Yeah, that was stuck to Vinny's car. In the reverse car park. Anyways, Craig says I voted Gary Moore. We got it. Adrian says Kiss Asylum. My first concert. I'm with you. Okay, thank you for that. I got some love there. But Bruce Kulick, Dave for the win this week. Well, we'll see with that one. Craig's got to laugh my ass off when you put the picture up on the screen there. Craig says all cracking album choices out. They are. This is going to be a very interesting week to see how it goes out there. Craig also said Rush is a second behind Maiden for me, Jeff. So there we go. There's a lot of love for it. And oh god, here we go. Vinny says Wasp, wet ass shaved punani.
well, they used to wear the buttless chaps in the early days. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
They
true.
fuck like a beast. Yeah. All right.
I like a punani.
Well, he's parking his car like a beast tonight, so we'll see how that works out for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes, apparently. All right. Well, on that note, Jeff, would you like to play a game?
I would like to play a game with Bob. All right, let's do it. Okay, so I've got a game here. I'm running the show tonight. So my game, I've called it the official music video time machine quiz. Now there's 20 points up for grabs. So what I'm doing here is it's all about memory. How good is your fucking memory?
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everybody 4 choices. I'm going to name there's 10 bands, and then I've got some bonus questions at the end of it. So for everybody, so there's 20 points up for grabs, and I'll keep track of things. Hopefully, I can not fuck this up because the last time I kept track, I'm like, what? No, really? Oh,
I'm keeping track. I've got a scorecard here, so it's
okay. Good. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name a band, and then I'm going to say, like right now, question number 1, and then I'm going to read out the 4 choices, and then you guys got to pick the option. So I'm going to actually read you the actual answer. You'll know, but now it's just, you're not going to know which one is which.
Multiple choice.
Does that make sense? All right, multiple choice.
All right.
Let's
give it a go.
So, what was Whitesnake's first official music video? Was that A, Here I Go Again? B, A Fool for Your Loving? C, Crying in the Rain? Or D, Still of the Night?
Do we all get a guess? Or,
Bill, what do you got? Yeah, everyone can guess. So it comes down to right or wrong. So it's not going to be like first one in.
Okay,
everyone will get a guess. Yep. Okay. So Bill, what do we got?
I'm going to guess. Oh, shit. Still the Night.
Still the Night. That's okay. So I'll just put it. Yep. All right. I've got your name. All right. So everyone will go through this. So it's not going to be like first in, just guess.
No, all right. Cool. You just give us the points then. Yep. All right. Cool.
That's correct. So, Andrew, you're up. Here I go again. Fool for Your Lovin'.
What was B again? What was B again? It was
Fool for Your Lovin'.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Okay. And And Dave.
It's a guess. I'll go Still the Night.
Still the Night. All right. So that's a D. All right. So, all right.
Do we get any points?
Well, at the end, you will.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you who wins right now.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
So, at
one question game, we win.
Yeah, it's over. That was it. Done. Yep. All right. Ozzy Osbourne. It's the first video. Crazy Train, Flying High Again, So Tired, or Bark at the Moon.
Bark at the Moon.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Bark at the Moon.
Okay.
Bill?
I have no idea, so I'm going to go Bark at the Moon because you guys are so sure.
All 3 of us.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Motley Crue.
Ooh.
The first video was It Looks at Kill, Toast of the Town, Dr. Feelgood, or Live Wire?
I'm gonna go Looks That Kill. Hope I'm
All
right.
So Andrew. Yep. And Bell and Dave, what do we got? We got Toast of the Town or Looks at Kill, Dr. Feelgood, or Live Wire.
I feel like Toast of the Town was later than it was. So I think Looks at Kill.
You're going to say Look at Kill as well? All right.
Definitely not Dr. Feelgood.
Well, I kind of put that in there to throw everybody off.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Feel that somewhere, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. All right, Bill.
Either Looks at Kill or Live Wire.
Looks
Yeah,
at Kill.
I'm going to go Live Wire, just to be different.
Yeah,
just because,
cool.
right? Okay,
All right.
that's fine. All right.
For those leaving comments, I'm not scrolling through comments because I've got to keep myself out of it. So I'm not going to get myself spoilers in the comments. I'll go through comments at the very end. So
that's right.
To make it fair, I'm not going to read what people are writing as we go through.
Fair enough. That's good. He plays a fair game. All right. So now we're going to get into some areas where everyone has a chance here. Iron Maiden. What was Iron Maiden's first fucking video? Now, was it Run to the Hills? Was it the song Iron Maiden? Was it Women in Uniform? Or was it Wrathchild?
Women in Uniform.
First video.
Dave.
Ooh.
So,
Dave might have, but I'm going to go Wrathchild for argument's sake.
Okay, Andrew. And Bill, you got Run to the Hills, the song Iron Maiden, Women in Uniform, or Wrathchild. No.
I'll be different again. I'll go Iron Maiden.
Okay.
This is a clever game, Jeff, because you're talking about the time when songs would be released from previous albums as a single.
Correct.
It wasn't just album cycle and it was done. Old songs could become new again.
Yeah.
I agonized over this because the game is the official video, right? So
like you mentioned Crazy Train, and they did the video from the Ultimate Sin tour.
Yeah.
5 years after it was released.
Correct. All right. I know. I agonized over this game. I wanted to make it cool. Anyway, now
that's cool.
We're going to get into Dio. Everyone loves Dio.
Yeah.
Was the first video that Dio ever did, was it Rainbow in the Dark? Was it Holy Diver? Was it The Last in Line? Or was it We Rock? First official video.
I'm going to go Rainbow in the Dark.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that too.
I'm gonna go Holy Diver.
Andrew. Okay. All right. Now, this is an interesting one. What was Black Sabbath's first official video? Was it Sabbath Bloody Sabbath? Was it Paranoid? Was it Iron Man? Or was it Zero the Hero?
First? Wow.
First official video. Yeah. This one is gonna fuck you over.
All right. Do you know what? I have no idea, but I'm gonna just put in a guess because otherwise I'll just piggyback off one of the guys who are definitely more knowledgeable.
What's your guess? So Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, Paranoid, Iron Man.
Paranoid. I'm just gonna say Paranoid.
Okay.
Wow. I'm gonna say Paranoid too.
I'm gonna agree.
Yeah. He's so young in that video, and the syncing up is so fucking early 70s. It's so out of sync. But
it was also like
Andrew, what are you?
I say Paranoid as well.
You can say Paranoid as well? Okay.
No, Paranoid as well.
All right. Wow. Yep, that's fine.
Yep.
All right. Now we're getting into some other classic. I tried to do sort of like, music that everybody knows. Yeah. So,
no, it's good.
Deep Purple. Was it Child in Time? Was it Hush? Was it Knocking at Your Back Door? Or was it Perfect Strangers? First official video.
It's Hush.
Thought I saw you. All right. That's
Yeah, I'll agree with Dave. I think the other ones came later.
The other ones.
Child in Time.
The last two definitely came later.
Yeah.
Child in Time was.
I'm not sure I did an official video like.
Yeah, I don't know if that the one you see in the live setting.
They're live,
this is more like a process of elimination than a.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah.
They were a different band. after Hush, they wouldn't have gone back to release that as a video after they will do fucking Child in Time and everything like that.
Right.
So, all right, well, I'll go Hush as well, just because then we can all be wrong.
And I hope I'm right because you're both
She's thinking very strategically. That's right. Yeah. All right, because if you guys are wrong, nobody gets a point. Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
All right. Wow, we're up to number 8 already. We're flying through these. All right. The Scorpions.
Ooh.
Was it Rocky Like a Hurricane? Was it The Zoo? Was it No One Like You? Or was it The Sails of Charon?
I'm not familiar with Scorps.
Rocky Like a Hurricane, The Zoo, No One Like You, or The Sails of Charon?
I only know Rocky Like a Hurricane.
Yeah.
And that's one of
I
their...
know the albums, I don't know the videos.
Yeah, I know. Everyone knows the songs, but the videos. Right, yeah.
I might go No One Like You. Might be wrong, but I'll give it a go.
I'll go Sails.
Right.
What was the last one, Jeff?
The Sails of Charon.
Yeah, I'll go that one.
Okay, so we got Andrew went No One Like You.
Yep.
And Bell went Sails of Charon.
So did
and Dave, what did you do?
Dave
went as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now this is something everyone hopefully here should know this. I know. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The band Kiss. We all love Kiss. Was their first video? Was it I Sure Know Something? Was it I Was Made for Loving You? Was it Strutter or was it Shandy?
Ooh.
Official video.
Yeah. Official video.
Not just those fucking TV show appearances.
Ooh, yeah, because
there's a lot.
I know. This is official video.
Official video. Shandy, I Was Made for Loving You.
Yeah, I Sure Know Something. I Was Made for Loving You. Strutter or Shandy?
Shandy was later.
I'm gonna go Strutter.
Okay, Andrew.
Probably gonna be wrong, but yeah.
You've thrown me because now I'm thinking all those fucking old videos.
I know. This is harder than
the official video.
Yeah.
Because early 70s, there's nothing to play videos on, so they can make them. But Alice Cooper did that. Want to be elected, but they had nowhere to play it.
Well, it's the same thing with the Sabbath, right? All those early songs that they did. Yeah.
There's no music fucking MTV or anything.
And Deep Purple.
Yeah.
Did they go with Shandy or fucking I Was Made for Loving You? Which one was they leading? I'll go Shandy. I'm not Shandy. Sure Know Something.
All right.
Ooh, okay. Dave. I Sure Know Something. Belle, what are you? I Sure Know Something.
I'm going to be different. I'm going to go... tempted to...
I Was Made for Loving You. I Sure Know Something. Strutter or Shandy?
I'll just go I Was Made for Loving You. Just
okay. Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Different. At least we know we're not going to be all the same, so we're going to have a different.
No, that's right. Everyone's got a different one there. So
I'm curious what the answers.
All right. And last question 10. Question 10. We're up to the last, and then after that we got a bonus round. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, there's bonus questions indeed. All right. Judas Priest. What was their first official video? Was it Electric Eye? Was it Breaking the Law? Was it Living After Midnight? Or was it Heading Out to the Highway?
I'll go Breaking the Law.
Yeah, I'm going to say Breaking the Law. There could be Living After Midnight.
Electric Eye, Breaking the Law, Living After Midnight, or Heading Out to the Highway. So we got 2 for Breaking the Law.
Guitars and music videos these days.
I so want to change now, but
You can. Yeah, it's not locked in. He hasn't shown. You want to change? You can.
All right, I'll change to Living After Midnight.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go the same way, actually, thinking about it.
Okay. All right, Dave, you're on your own with
that's okay.
I'll stick with it.
That's fine. All right. That is the end of the 10 questions. Now, I've got 3 bonus questions, and each question is worth a different amount.
Mhm.
So question 1 is worth 3 points.
Okay.
Question 2 is worth 2 points, and question 3 is worth 5 points. So
All right.
I tried to scale them, and they're in order of difficulty. That's how they go.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So question 1.
All right.
Who was the original singer of AC/DC before Bon Scott?
Do we have to say his name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Some hobo on the fucking street. Dave Evans.
Yeah, Dave Evans. Oh God, the guy talks about it like there was nothing else, but man, he was in there for like.
Yeah, he should not be signing fucking Back in
El,
Black.
do you have any options? You're gonna say anybody, or just?
Me, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave Evans.
They've answered. All right.
Dave Evans.
All right.
Yeah. Let's go with the
Why
group. Everyone knows this one.
Yeah.
Dave
Hey, there's
Evans.
nothing wrong. That way, if everyone's
Unless
wrong,
there's some
everyone gets
secret singer that
Nah.
only
Correct.
Jeff
That
knows
was-
about.
Maybe
That was-
I sung it. That was me. All right.
Yep.
Question 2. This is worth 2 points. Who played bass on Ozzy Osbourne's album No Rest for the Wicked?
Oh fuck.
He's a butler.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to agree. Actually, yeah,
I have to agree because
yeah. I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree.
Okay. Yep. All right. And question 3. Now wait for me to finish.
Okay.
Question before you blurt out the fucking answer. Which song was the first single released from Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction
Ooh.
in the UK?
Oh fuck.
I'm going to wait for Dave to answer.
Yeah. That's strategy. Which
That's
song
strategy,
was the
Mel.
first
Good
single
strategy.
released from the Guns N' Roses album Appetite for Destruction in the UK?
It's so easy.
Okay.
Is it asking too much for you to list off what songs were listed as or released as singles officially?
It's asking too much. It's
Okay.
either you can. I made this deliberately worth 5
all right,
points
cool, that's what
because
I'd ask.
they're hard to get. You have to know. So Dave's on the board with it's so easy.
Well, fuck it. I'm not going to. I mean, otherwise, what is the point of the bonus rounds? We've so far picked the exact same things.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
here is
exactly.
just.
Well,
an
it's
opportunity
it's because it's worth 5 points. So let's say in the other rounds, that's why they're not all worth 1 point, right? So at the end, I'm going to tally up all the points, and somebody's going to be crowned a winner.
First single in the UK.
In the UK, yeah. That's why I want to say, don't blurt it out because everyone's going to say, you know, yeah.
That or
Well-
that one? That one or that one? That one
Yeah,
or that
it comes down to that one because everyone knows the main, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could
Not
be
gonna
the
say what it
obvious
is.
answer.
The
Yeah.
obvious answer, right? No cheating, Andrew.
I'm going to go Night Train.
Night Train. Okay. Andrew, Night Train.
I'm gonna. Oh, it's such an American song that I don't know if they would have released this.
That's
like,
what I
in
took
the
that into
U-
account. My thinking there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well-
maybe I should just go the obvious. I'll go the obvious and I'll say "Sweet Child of Mine."
All right, Jeff, you have your answers. Now you
I've
get
got my
your
answers. Now let me tell
I'll
you.
say
the
now,
score.
Andrew's definitely wrong. Night Train was the last single released from Appetite for Destruction.
Okay.
Ever.
Possible. I'm not the aficionado that you are, Dave, and I'm okay.
I know.
with it.
Yeah, we've gone against him, but
All right. That's okay.
yeah, you gotta
So-
take some risks.
I'm going to
Yep.
tally up the scores here. So I'm going to go through them.
Well, while you
read
do
out
that,
the
Jeff, do your math. I'm going to go through the comments here and see what happens. All right.
Okay.
Michael C's here saying late good evening, everyone. Good to see you, mate. Hopefully
Hey,
you're feeling
Michael.
well. We got comments here. So Adrian's gone crying in the rain. Vinny's gone full for your love, and here we go. We got a whole bunch of comments on that one. Craig says, shouldn't that be Wasp? Wide ass shit parking. A lot of love for Livewire in the comments. Wrathchild is in there. Run to the Hills. Wrathchild. Single was Prowler, but the video was Woman in Uniform, I think, for Iron Maiden. That was from Michael C. there. Holy Dive from Adrian. Dio, we rock for Holy Diver. Okay. Paranoid, more paranoid from everyone in there. Hush from Adrian and others in there for Deep Purple. A lot of them actually. A few people are going Sharon, Hurricane, Sharon, Scorps. Rock and Roll All Night from Adrian on Kiss one. You got Shandy, Made for Loving You. Ooh, Come On and Love Me. A lot of different comments there. Wow, this one's going off in the comments, man. Well done, Jeff. Kiss, I was Made for Loving You. Strutter's made TV appearances possible as well. Kiss did a promotion video for Rock and Roll All Night. Breaking the Law. Law. Everyone's going Law.
Oh no!
People are saying Living After Midnight like Vinny. Okay. Evans, AC/DC. Dave had no. Dave beat me no rest of the wiki, but yep, it was Geezer. So there you go, Geezer. Paradise City, Gunners, UK. Who cares? From Michael.
What a stare.
People are saying it's so easy. It's okay. All right. I think it's a trick question. It was a double A with Brownstone. I think there we go.
Yes, it was.
That could be.
Who did that?
Yeah,
you're 100% right.
Craig put that in. Yep. Hard Music has gone. Hey, all happy to see you all. Likewise, Stu. Hopefully you're keeping well there. Good to see you jumping in. And Adrian says, Jeff, Kiss did a promotional video for Rock and Roll All Night and Come On and Love Me, 1975. There we go. I'm not sure what's going on with all this, but
the key word here was official.
Official, yeah.
That is the official video.
Yeah, that's what threw me because I've seen all those old ones and a lot of them are just
yeah, absolutely.
It does change the context when you add that one key word. All right, Jeff, have you done your math?
I'm just adding it up now.
And that one key word does not. It's not like a YouTube official.
Mm-hmm.
Not homemade.
Yeah.
Like
it's
pretty much everything on YouTube.
It's before YouTube, obviously.
Video,
yeah. Just for a bit of fun here, just to keep us going. All righty, Jeff.
I'm almost done. Just give me
almost done. All right. Yep. Yeah, no, it's an interesting one. It's a very interesting one. A cool game,
The
Jeff.
White Snake question was particularly interesting because Fool for Your Loving was on. So all the other songs, I think, I can't remember all of them, but I think most of them were on the 1987 album. Fool for Your Loving was on Slip of the Tongue, but it was a re-release of a song on a previous album. So did they release a video for the earlier one or a later one?
Yeah.
So that was tricky.
It's not as easy as you'd like. It's a bit of a good one.
No,
Makes it fun,
it's been really good, Jeff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like the challenge.
Don't discount. I'm trying to get this counted here. I'm not
we'll just be quiet while you concentrate.
Yeah.
Just going to make
somebody sprout some numbers.
Craig's gone. Let's play a parking game whilst we wait, Vinny.
All right.
It's like playing free parking in Monopoly. That's what you're going for right now. But anyway.
And it's free.
It's free.
You ever been at Woolworths and you've seen those Woolworths trucks that you can buy at the counter? We'll send one to Vinny. Get that one in, mate.
We can put it in the click and collect bay, Dave. So there you go. Anyway, just sitting going, can't fucking count.
It's Vinny's own fault that this has escalated.
Hey, at least we're targeting those comments now, not having gone to.
All right, I have a winner, people.
Hang on, Vinny's gone only if there's a reverse sensor, Dave. So there we go.
Beeper goes off. Vinny's backing up.
Or a reverse camera. There we go. He's laughing his ass off. There we go. All right, Jeff, you have a winner to move us on here because this is getting dangerous.
Sorry. Yep.
That's all right. It's all good.
We have one clear winner, and we have two people on a tie.
Oh, interesting.
All right. Cool. So the very first question was Whitesnake, and the actual answer was Fool for Your Lovin'.
Okay.
And that came out in 1980, and because they re-released it later. And so Andrew was the only one who got that.
Damn it.
The second one was Ozzy Osbourne, and everybody got that, Bark at the Moon.
Bark at the Moon.
So, yep. And Motley Crue, Live Wire. Bell was the only one that got that.
Wow, well done, Bell.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well done.
Iron Maiden, we've got the actual first official video was Women in Uniform, and Dave was the only one that got that.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice one, Dave.
Dio, first official video was Holy Diver, and Andrew was the only one that got that. Black Sabbath, first official video was actually Paranoid, and you all got it. Yep. All right, Deep Purple. Once again, everyone got this, and this was Hush.
Yep.
Dave, that was a no-brainer. Yep.
Nice.
Scorpions, the first official video from the Scorpions. Andrew was the only got that. With No One Like You was the first.
There you go.
Yep. And Kiss, number 9 here. First official video was, believe it or not, I Was Made for Loving You.
Wow.
First official video.
Good there you go, Bill.
So, yeah, very good, Bill. You got it. Number 10, which was Judas Priest, and the first official video for Judas Priest was, drumroll please, Bill and Andrew got that with Living After Midnight. Dave took Breaking the Law, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it was the second video, Dave. Their second video.
Yeah.
And the bonus questions.
Yep.
Everyone gets 3 points for this because the first official video or first original singer from before Bon Scott was Dave Evans. Yep. Now, this was interesting. Who played bass on Osbourne's No Rest for the Wicked? Everyone said Geezer, but unfortunately it was Bob Daisley. He wrote and recorded it. Geezer was he toured for it.
Yeah, I almost went there.
Damn you guys! If I'm gonna plagiarize your answers, at least get them right.
Yeah,
come on.
That's it.
Bill, you're relying on drunken fuckwits to give you answers. That's your first problem, right?
And the last question, which was worth 5 points,
the
huge
UK
one, and which was the first single released from Guns on Appetite in the UK, and the answer is. It's so easy, and Dave wins that with 5 points.
I'm glad Dave got that.
Dave, you weren't going to live that down if you didn't get that one. That's right.
I know. I had to get that right.
You had to get that one.
So the official score, after it's all said and done, counted up, you had 20 points maximum. The official score is Dave up front with 12.
Nice.
And Andrew and Bell both tied on 8.
Nice.
There you go.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I want to completely fuck up, so that's all right.
No, that's pretty good.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Videos.
Well done, Dave.
I was expecting
videos,
Dave to win.
We know the songs, the videos.
Wasn't disappointed.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, if it wasn't for that Guns N' Roses one, I would have lost.
Lucky Guns N' Roses was in
the
mix.
You would have had 7.
Pays off at last.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. Dave would have lost. He would have had 7 points. Yeah, well.
But all jokes, well done, Dave. Congrats. You deserved that one. So well done all around. And Jeff, thank you. That was a cool game. I enjoyed that one. That was fun.
Now, Jeff, you have to make us a YouTube playlist of all those videos.
I can do that.
Yeah, do that.
That's an interesting theme for an episode one day too.
Hard because that was the official videos, right?
Yeah.
There's lots of
videos.
videos.
The TV episode. We can make a TV episode. First official videos. That could be an interesting theme for a TV episode.
That.
That's
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Videos. Oh, my God. I'm thinking all these bands.
I know. There you go. See, I've opened up Pandora's box. All right.
There's a lot to play with in that space. That's a cool one, Jeff. Maybe we'll make that the next
yummy
special.
Can of worms. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we all have seen them.
Worms.
Oh, wow. Vinny's gone. Great game, Jeff. That's what I'm talking about. There we go.
Okay.
And
I'm talking to Boot. He said.
Ray's gone. I think I won. And it's always Vinny's fault. There's a lot of back and forth there. Oh, wow. And it's funny because Bell's run away because it's her segment next. So
he said, that's what I'm talking about.
About. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said
sorry.
That, yeah.
Yes. My apologies, everyone. My eyesight's a bit knackered at the moment.
It's not his fault.
I'm waiting on some things to come through to help me out with that.
Coming next week to a screen
next
near you. It's another episode of Trailer Park Boys with featuring Andrew.
Our version of Sophistication is coming next week.
Yeah.
Craig says I get an extra 5 points for Brownstone. That's why he wins.
Yeah. Brownstone.
Was that correct? Was it a double A side, Jeff?
Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. I mean, I'm happy to be wrong.
Yeah.
But because that's the thing, going through this, as I said, I agonized over it because there were so many contradictions. The first video is this, but this wasn't their first official video.
Yeah,
holy shit. I even tried, and it stumped me. I even tried to do Thin Lizzy. I thought Thin Lizzy would be a good one too.
Oh wow!
I could not find out what their first official video was. Couldn't do it. So maybe out there someone knows.
You have to.
The word is official. You know, Whiskey in the Jar. They released a official video for that in 2022 or 2023.
Yeah.
So you know,
that's not the first one they released, though. It's not the first song; it's the first video. So the chronological
video
impact, is actually it's an interesting, conversation point.
Yeah.
Just for the record here, I've got the game next week, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I have some fun with it. So I'll work out something next week for the game. That'll be me next week. And Belle, you're back just in time because the next segment is kind of one that belongs to you. So I'm going to do a brief little preamble here because there's a link in the description box for everything we're talking about tonight, folks, obviously apart from the games and that. But the next album we're going to talk about is the Global Groove section of the show. And I've got the game next week, but this week, Belle had the choice for our Global Groove, which where we choose an album from anywhere in the world. It can be Australia if we so choose, but generally speaking, if we get to throw anything into the pool, Belle chose out of Germany, Nachtblut with Todschick, which is the choice now. So let's get into it. This is...
Hey, sorry, I want to interrupt for something. Look who's still awake. He's come to say hi.
Oh, wow.
You see what's happened to my daughter? See what she's wearing?
Oh,
wow. That's all right.
Where did I go wrong? What else have you been listening to? Tell the audience what you've been listening to.
She does look great. She does look great in it, Jade.
Yeah.
I listen to Green Day.
Yeah.
Wow.
What
You
else?
enjoying it?
And Limp Bizkit sometimes.
Ah! No!
Your dad's going to die.
Ah!
The most important thing...
Who else?
Eminem. But
We know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who else do I listen to?
Do you still
music-
listen to Modest
You're asking
Skin?
your dad what else you listen to.
Yeah.
That's a
They're
dangerous
still my
one.
favorite.
They're still
Who?
your favorite. That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Okay.
Jade, the most important thing here before you run off is, are you enjoying what you're listening to? That's the
Yeah.
most important thing.
That's all that matters.
That's
You
all
found your
that
own path.
Yeah.
Path,
I
Daddy.
love that she's found her own path.
Yes.
Yeah. I
And
think you set the groundwork well, Dave.
Yes, Dave.
And she's now,
Yep.
you know,
Disappointing me with Limp Bizkit.
Oh.
Dave, that's what teenagers do. Get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all good, sweetie. Go get some sleep.
Oh,
Love.
Good to
Bye-bye.
see you,
Good
Jade.
night.
Thank you for coming in,
Good night.
Jade. Good to see you.
Take
That's
care,
really
Jade.
cool. That's really, really cool. I'm
I
glad
got a
that
question.
happened.
This album that you reviewed, this Global Grooves, right? So it's called Todd's Chick.
The album is called Todschick, yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
is that like a German version of Jesse's Girl?
No.
Todd's Chick. Todd's Chick.
It's
Jesse's
like,
Girl? I don't know.
It's a play on words in
I
like,
wish I had Todd's chick.
you know how you got chic as fashion, Jeff? Chic as fashion, Todd
Oh,
is
right.
dead. So it's like
Okay.
death fashion kind of a thing. So
Sorry,
it's
I
I
thought
was
it was
confused. I saw, yeah.
Dress
I didn't
to
know.
Kill, isn't
That-
that?
Todd's
Yeah,
a good guy.
that's
Todd's
the-
a good
that's the
guy.
translation.
Yeah.
yeah, there's a few ways you can look at it, but
Jesse's.
it's not Jesse's girl. Oh my god. Vinny's gone.
I wish that
Hang on.
I had
People
Todd's Chick.
fucking hell. Vinny's gone.
Yeah, I
Limp
feel like
Bizkit.
Todd's
Vinny's
Chick
tried
is
to
like
get
a
in trouble,
guy.
Jade. So there we go. That's what Vinny.
I seriously, I quite like Limp Bizkit in their, you know, in their day.
I like
I-
Wes Borland. I,
did.
think he's a great
I like
guitar.
one song.
Underrated. But
That's
yeah.
about it.
No.
Fred Durst can get a kick in the teeth.
Well, compared to some of the shit we hear now, fucking rolling is tolerable. But I've actually had to put on rolling to reset after some of the crap I've had to listen to on this
Yeah.
show. So
Well, that's
Very
true. I've
cool.
put you through the ringer over the years. Onto
Like
the
the lyrics, it's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks.
You don't really
He's
know why.
such a
they're
wanker.
why ripping someone's head off.
Lyrical genius there, but
he's
hey,
such a
there was some
wanker.
cool riffs.
I'm with Dave on this
One
one.
finger chords, yeah, they're fantastic.
Oh, God.
No,
Yeah, I'm not gonna
he's a good guitar player. I do think he's a good.
No,
not in that band.
no.
Anyway,
no.
maybe not in the band, but as a guitar player, he's good. Yeah.
maybe, but
No.
not in that band. Anyway,
Shit one finger chords and lyrics from a wanker.
let's not make this a diatribe.
That was
on
criticizing
fucking
bands I'd loved growing up. So I
Dave,
don't
what
listen
have you
to them
unlocked?
as a fucking traitor.
Anyway, Adrian's gone Nachtblut. The lead singer looks like a vampire. Very cool. We're getting to that.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Praise from Adrian. That's just
Yeah.
what Dave turns into when he has to listen to I don't know what.
Drum please.
Are they
Limp
lyrics
Bizkit.
I am a
or
vampire.
dirty
I haven't
talk?
fucking
Okay,
aged in the last 20 years.
He's got some fucking hell.
I've never seen Dave in
I
the
don't really
daytime
know why,
for the record.
But I don't want to justify
possible.
ripping someone's head off.
Yeah, well,
There you
that's
go.
that's Bell's talk dirty to me.
Bed talk.
According to Vinny, anyway. Hard Muse says it'd be great to hear your thoughts. Backyard banger on the sophomore album Perth H2M HM2 Death Crew Ashen. Okay, well I'll make a note of it, and we'll go from there. See where it ranks into our the way we work it out. I'll make a note of the album, and then we'll see how it plays out because we do things by play count. But anyway, let's get on to the global groove, which is Nachtblut, like we've been trying to get to for a little bit now. There's a reference track for you with Das Leben, Anderen. But anyway, this is Nachtblut with Todschik, 10 tracks, 43 minutes, the 7th studio album from the German band, released February 2025 via Napalm Records. Produced by Chris Harms of Lord of the Lost at Chameleon Studios in Hamburg. At least 3 singles have been released from this, including Das Leben der Anderen and the title track. Not a band we spent a heap of time on here over the years at the show, but this is one we've all had a little time with after Bell recommended it to us earlier this year. That said, it was Bell's turn to choose the global groove. You do, Bell. I think we not a spoiler alert, really. Bell has excellent taste, obviously, and so to make it official, she put it into the global groove segment of the show to make sure we all listen to it and give our thoughts on it. So without any further ado, Bell, it's your album. Take it away.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to say that all 3 of my global grooves that I've had the pleasure of presenting this year have been all from bands that I had not heard of until these album releases. So I've got now 3 new bands to me, at least, to backtrack through albums of the summer. The other bands I should probably say are Deathless Legacy and what are they? The Frantic Amber. But the other 2, So fucking great bands.
Good choice as well.
So look, and I've realized that I don't have time during the year to do any backtracking. Even if I find like, this band is amazing, I just don't find the space to really get stuck into a discography, sadly, and except over the summer. I'm going off track. Anyway, so this album had me from the get-go with the intro of the first track. We get tolling bells, mournful choir, beautifully sad strings setting the tone and drawing me right in. That sounds all very depressing, but it's very dramatic and atmospheric. And it captured my attention. When the song actually kicks into gear, we're treated to chunky riffs and rhythm and the most wicked-sounding vocal going around. And the fact that he's speaking German, like the whole album is in German, just seems to emphasize the kind of scariness that's coming across. And to me, he sounds like a German Skeksis from the Dark Crystal.
Wow, what a reference. That's cool.
He does. It's like,
wow.
I won't try to emulate.
Well done. I'm going to raise a glass to that reference. That's well done.
Tell me I'm wrong. Gen X. So from the spoofy
Gen X coffin trays.
Proud Gen Xer here. So the opening track, they like changed things up with the second track completely with the title track. I'm so bad at pronouncing Todschik. Yeah. I'm just gonna say it like I'm saying it, and it's Todschik. Jesse's girl.
Jesse's girl in German.
Jesse's girl.
Todschik.
Fuck me.
So it's like metal, but with an electro pop vibe. And very reminiscent of what Rammstein often do, boppy metal, but not in a pop punk way, just in a punchy, cool way.
Yeah.
And I've said it before, in the way I initially kind of described these guys, it's like Rammstein cross Cradle of Filth. It's like they're more than that, but they're the two kind of main things.
Spoiler alert, that's the first note that I've got. So yeah, you're not alone there. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So that's just kind of, if you had to describe them, that's how they sound. So the album moves along, giving us a different flavor of their sound plus varied songwriting capabilities with each song. We get gothic black metal, we get a ballad that I think would terrify Celine Dion. Then there's a track that leans heavily into the electro pop world, at least in part. And I think their ability to transition from music that is purely synth generated into metal and then back again so seamlessly is just magic. They're just so good at doing it. It's possibly their greatest strength, is in the diversity of their songs and their transition within the songs. The layering of tracks and instrumentation, resulting in those all important peaks and troughs, Andrew, makes this album so engaging, and it just had my full attention from start to finish. There's just a lot going on in their music, and your attention is initially taken up with the heavy riffs and the double kicks and the awesome vocal delivery. And yes, you can hear the synth when it's full and obvious, but there are so many intricacies in the layering. They're mostly synth generated, but the variety of that is huge.
Yep. The
choral moments, the pipe organ, the strings, and all manner of effects coming in and out of these songs on the album. It's one of those albums that the more times you listen to it, the more things you know the main riffs and you know the sound, and you kind of just your brain starts diving deeper, and there's just lots of things there to kind of pull out and go, oh wow, yeah, that's cool. Yep. I think a definite bonus for bands that have a keyboard player in there as part of their band, they're just able to input more sound into these songs that just guitars are not able to produce. I'm not criticizing bands that don't have a keyboard player. I'm just saying they tend to be more layered.
The texture difference. Yeah.
Textured. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So I mentioned their diversity, but the last thing, so we run through and we get just a variety of types of songs, but still kind of their sound. I wasn't expecting a pirate metal song, which comes in.
That was so cool. That was
second
great.
Last.
Yep.
Which is just done so well. I'm going off script here, but it's very jaunty and pirate metal-y, and then it goes dark and it's very them, and then it's just kind of like, okay, we're pirate metaling again.
Is that Stirb langsam? Yeah.
Sorry.
Stirb langsam.
Yeah. Which I looked up translates to die hard.
Slowly. Yeah.
Die slowly.
Yeah.
I got die hard too when I Google translated it, but the lyrics say die slowly.
Langsam is slow. Yeah.
Okay. I'll
if the Google Translate comes up die hard.
Not in my understanding, but I'm happy to be wrong. I'm not an expert, but
but the lyrics say die slowly when you translate the whole lyrics.
Yeah,
Langsam
the
is
German
slow.
speaker amongst us, I'll go with over generic Google.
It's been a while, but yeah.
Yeah. The video, if you haven't checked out the video, it's fun. It's okay. Yeah, it's cool, and it's very it suits the story of the song. But then even more bizarrely, the very last track, you get a Wild West cowboy influence song. Amusing, definitely. I think the German sense of humor is so subtle.
It's different but
so
cool.
Good. Yeah, it's really cool. So I think it was completely intentional. They were just, we're just going to do this, and they totally, not only do they own it, but they make it work, and they make it completely natural to their sound or their
Execution
brand of metal.
matters. Yeah.
I put it down to the just the very clever attention to detail that this band put into their work, and of course just being highly proficient musicians and songwriters. It's like they can just do whatever they want.
Yep.
Yeah. So look, I haven't listened to any of their other music, unfortunately, so I don't have a comparison point even to their last album to know whether this is a big progression in their sound or if this is typical of their style. You'd expect, being a 7th album, that, you know, they kind of know what they're doing. They've got their sound down, and it's just enhancing upon
but
that.
some bands can change wildly. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Especially in Europe, like Germanic speaking ones, they can change because there's a bit more of a cultural difference over there versus here. So you'd be surprised. I'm
really looking forward to just going back and finding out. Really, look, that's it. I know it's a bit of a shorter review, but it's just one of those. Try it, you know, just listen and see for yourself. You know, you might like it, you might not. Don't let the whole language barrier put you off. Like if you like, if you can listen to Rammstein and enjoy the music and just not worry that you can't understand the lyrics.
And there's nothing too extreme in this.
Google Translate.
No.
Yeah. But there's nothing that extreme in this either. Like in terms of like Rammstein, eats this for breakfast in terms of severity of lyrics. Yeah, it's just good music, I think, and they're just good songs. So, in my opinion, obviously, it's all great. Relative, but they're very good at what they do. So it's worth trying out. And you might not like it, whatever, but I think just try it. So for me, favorite tracks. This will be interesting. Andrew, you may need to help me out here. Von Hass getrieben. Yeah.
Yes, that one. Todschick.
Yeah.
Manchmal kommen sie
wieder. Yep.
Gottesli. Kinder
des
Zorns.
Yeah.
Yeah. And die slowly.
Stirb langsam.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm giving this a 10 out of 10.
Nice. Beautiful work.
I love it. Yeah.
I'm going to go on a limb and say I think we all loved it, but we'll do the rounds. But no, I think it's a good choice, Bill, and I think you'll be well rewarded. But we'll see. Jeff?
We'll see.
Let's go to you.
This was thank you, Bill. I said that as soon as I first heard them. I'm like, wow, these guys are really good. I like them. There's just something about them. They sound fresh, unique, and yet familiar at the same time, if that makes sense. Look, I've come to the conclusion, and people out there can prove me fucking wrong, but the best German bands in the world, or best metal bands in the world, are German. Germany makes, like, if you go look at some of, I mean, it's there's a lot of great bands everywhere, but look at Finland. Like, if you look at all the bands that come out of Germany, the best ones are fucking metal. Without a doubt.
Here we go. We've done this battle.
I know, but I'm just saying, there's something. It's in the water over there. What are they eating? What are they drinking?
Europe has a much greater appreciation for the arts. Between history and culture, they blitz what we do. In terms of appreciation for the arts.
Well, I think there's a lot of bands that have come out of Germany over the years. Without a doubt, the best ones are metal bands. Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
So, these guys just fit right into that perfectly, and I like it. It's dark and it's they look like fucking vampires. It's like I just love that sort of with the mystery that comes with it. As it's like industrial metal, very fucking dark. Very
It's dark but playful.
Yes.
Yeah, there's fun in this.
There is. And so I guess part of the reason I don't know the lyrics, I didn't do the translation of lyrics, so I don't know what the fuck they're singing about, but I don't care. You don't need to. Right? It's the same thing with Ramsey. I know.
Yeah, no, you
everyone
don't
out there
know.
knows Ramsey. I have
Yeah.
no fucking clue. But I like the music.
You may not want to dig that deep, but all right.
Yeah, exactly. I know that they've definitely gone into some really interesting territory, but it doesn't matter. The music is great. This is no different. I'm gonna give this 9 shots. So thank you very much, Belle, for introducing me to yet another fucking global group band that I will make my playlist.
Thank you.
Nice. All right.
Welcome.
Dave, over to you.
Yeah, this is awesome. Listening to the first song, there was something about the vibe and the sound that just grabbed me straight away, and the album just got better and better as it went along. For me, it's somewhere between Cradle of Filth and John Carpenter's soundtracks. It's got that whole
I get that too.
quirky feel. It's heavy, poppy, diverse, and never boring. Yeah. It's in German. People are probably saying, how can Dave like this when I'm always complaining about incoherent vocals? The difference is this sounds human. It sounds like words.
Yeah.
I get used to this whole thing pretty quickly, and the basic mood comes across in the songs from the music and the tone of what they're doing. There's no language barrier at all. There are coherent words for which people who speak German can obviously understand, and there's enough emotive inflection and variance within the delivery to inspire me to jump on Google Translate and figure out what these songs are actually about. Which brought a whole new level of enjoyment to this. Songs like Todd Chick have a bit of a goth glam metal element to it because Todd Chick, according to Google Translate to Dead Smart, very fashionable, or Dressed to Kill. Automatically, you get the Kiss reference, a bit of glam shit happening here, which is cool. But lyrics like, because today we are deadly, today we are Todd Chick, dead chick. We are dressed today in our colors of the souls, cry out from our heart, bloody our throats. We are like a mourning as it is death. We are afflicted. And that's fucking cool.
And about lovely lyrics. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is the Cradle of Filth side coming out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it sounds so poppy in some places. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's got a glam bit. It's got a goth. It's dark. It's all contrast. It's just more of those musical ingredients of everything that I liked all mixed together to bring something unique and different. I can have so many different routes, like from Cradle of Filth to Kiss. And I love both those bands. So this is fucking cool. Of course, it's enjoyable to just listen to it as it is. But if you want to just dig in a bit deeper, Google Translate these lyrics.
I'm going to have to now.
Yeah, because, I can't. This is why I hate all the growly shit, because I can't comfortably enjoy or listen or support a band. Yeah. Not just that, but how do you know they're not fucking pro-rape or pro-Nazi or if you can't understand what the fucking words are? And people are so fucking stupid if you're just going to blindly follow whatever crap comes along. You need to have some intelligence in what you're listening to. You really do. You really do, because people can just sprout any growly shit and you have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. It's ridiculous. But this, it's coherent enough to, if you actually speak German, you can fully understand it. If you want to Google Translate, you get a lot more out of it. Lots of mood changes and changes in tempo. Lots of changes in tempo. Guitar tone is awesome. Songs are diverse and it never ceases to surprise me. The pirate metal song, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Towards the end is fucking awesome. Roughly translates into Die Hard, as we talked about, or Die Slow.
Die slowly,
lyrics in this is, does this song sound like a drinking song? Because that's the vibe I got.
Yes.
And these lyrics are fucking pre-refrain. You can drink too much, you can never drink enough, so empty your glasses with your next move. And then it moves into, without wine and without women, get our devil's oars. Without meter, without beer, we want to die now and here. We want to die now and here. I want you to betray. I want you blood slowly.
The demonetization of this video. Yes, that was great.
And the closing track, it feels like John Wayne riding off into the sunset, quickly translates into The Quick and the Dead.
Yeah,
an American movie. I think that's referenced off. So awesome album, awesome band. Need to listen to these previous albums. I give it 9 out of 10. And half of these songs are standouts. I'm not even going to try.
No, that's right.
I don't blame you.
Cool album, lots of depth, and it's well worth your time digging deep and translating the lyrics because, it's smart.
No, I'm going to agree with everything said. And it's funny that Belle, I think I was the first one you threw this at earlier this year because there was a private message when you and I was like, this is and like you picked it. This is my wheelhouse. You fucking nailed the brief in that regard. And I think I told you at the time, this is fucking fantastic, and it hasn't lost me in a minute since then. It's gone back several months now, and I've enjoyed it from then to now. It's been said, but if you took the best bits of Rammstein and the Cradle of Filth, that riff-heavy stomp, the gothic grandeur, and the full theatrical drama along with all that, and ran it all through a horror movie filter, which is the John Carpenter reference there, you'd land somewhere close what this band is pulling off here. And the wild thing is that it works fucking well, which is obviously apparent because everyone is enjoying this release. There's a brooding atmosphere from the very first moment on this one, with melody and counter melody used brilliantly on this, and a real sense of space in both the composition and in the mixing as well. It's one of those records that can just as easily lull you into a fog-drenched trance as it can sort of make you stomp your head with the double kicks and the smashing riffs. Like, this has everything you want. It can make you. It's almost got the lullaby versus the pit. It's got everything. What makes this stand out to me in a lot of respects is the balance overall in this one. You've got this thick industrial groove running all throughout, but then they'll strip things right back and lean into the riff or build tension with clever use of things like organ tones and ambient layering going on here. That synth work that Bell was touching on before. It's eerie, which the John Carpenter thing comes in, but it's also incredibly infectious at the same time. It has that soundtrack hook where it all just gives you a touchstone moment that makes you remember what you were doing when you heard this thing for the first time, kind of thing, or when you saw that movie for the first time. Where you were, what you were doing, kind of thing. It has that memorable impact on what you're doing and listen to it. Yes. There are little flashes of influence of other things scattered across this too. There are certain guitar riffs that remind me of Ghost, for example. There are certain vocal stylings that this might sound weird, but when I say it, it might make sense. When you think of The Who, there's a tonation and a rhythmic pulse to some of the lyrics in this. That
The Who or The Who?
No, The Who, as in Mongolian one. That there's a certain pulse and dynamic that made me think of The Who. But there's also some unexpected elements of sort of like that pirate and folk stuff that's mentioned as well, and plus the occasional 80s style sort of synth for just all these. There's a keyword here, texture, that we touched on earlier on that made that note for me as well. There's a lot of texture to this album, which I enjoyed. Mm-hmm. The vocals are slightly more on that growly side. Not a lot of melody on that front per se, but what's great about that is that stands on its own little centerpiece because the rest of the band use melody around it wonderfully well. Through the guitars, the keys, even the bass lines on this one, that keeps the emotive depth engaging and is what Dave mentioned about sort of the emotional connection. Even though you can't understand what's going on or the tonality of the lyrics or vocals may not grab you, you still get the emotion of what the song is about by listening to the music and taking it all in. Really well done in that regard. I think the track list flows really well. It's clearly been crafted with intent, and the songs build and breathe with a kind of theatrical flair that makes me want to see this band live. If I can't see it live, then give me a full-blown performance DVD like Rammstein did with Live in Paris.
I knew you were going to mention that.
Because it would work. These guys would actually, if you gave these guys a full show, think like Witch Grinder on steroids. Like, it would work so well. It'd be fucking fantastic.
Yes.
There we go. Rammstein,
awesome.
Nachtblut, and Witch Grinder opening. That'd be a fucking
I'd be there.
What a show. I'd
travel Hobart.
Take my kidney. I'll be there. It's not good to me anyway.
Kim Dracula opening.
Yes, Kim Dracula too.
No, I'm out of here.
It's in Hobart, baby.
The K word.
Yeah. But the visual side of this band, from what you can imagine from listening to it, would be fucking incredible to me. I would just love to see a visual representation of what I'm seeing here. And I think live they would. There are some bands you listen to and you know they'd pull it off. This is one of those bands who sit there and go, they would nail it. And you just feel it listening to the record. Yeah. I'm hooked. I have been from the start, Bell. I've had this on repeat for a while. I'm nowhere near done with this. I think it's going to be great. Even if this isn't normally your thing, because this style of music can be off-putting to some people, and I understand why. If you can't understand or the style of music isn't your thing, I understand why this won't appeal to everyone out there. But I think this is also one of those albums that is a sneaky gateway record to this whole Neue Deutsche Hart kind of Dan or Tons metal and all that kind of stuff that goes on over there, that Germanic or Teutonic industrial metal. I think that this is a great to things like that. It's if you like or want to explore, but still feel safe, things that are darker, heavier, and a little more twisted. This is a great little entry point for those that want to just dip their toe in the water in the best possible way. I think this is that as well. So I think this is brilliant. I think Belle, like I said, you nailed the brief. Well done. 9 shots from me. Mine ist die Hölle, stirb langsam, von Hass getrieben, but there are so many fantastic songs across this whole album. So fantastisch, wunderbar, and all the other superlatives I can throw at this one. Which, so there we go. Sehr gut, Dankeschön, and all the rest. So feel done. That was fantastic. So I'm glad we got to finally sit down and go through this one in depth, because I did definitely enjoy it, and I think we all have here. So hopefully out there you've all given this one a spin, and if you haven't, then watching us do this one here tonight has inspired you to do so as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Quick comments before we get to the battle for tonight. Vinny says, while it's not firmly in my wheelhouse, it's intriguing enough to draw me in. There we go. So 7 Volkswagens so far. Belle,
that should go in a bit smoother.
Vinny, I don't know where you're putting the 7 Volkswagens, and I don't want to know either. Okay. Craig's gone. Is that what you got parked up there? Hard music, I always say, never heard of Nachtblut, but looking forward to checking this out. Thanks, Belle. Do they have similarities to Avatar? Not as much. Avatar's a little more. Avatar is a bit more that leans into the sort of spaghetti western side of things more. It's a bit more sort of extreme in context, but it's also much more swinging of the pendulum. Like it goes from one, like it really swings from one extreme to the other one. Whereas Nachtblut is much more. It's got a firmer wheelhouse, if that makes sense. It doesn't swing as wildly. Craig says the music and the vocal delivery of Nachtblut transcend the language barrier. It's very easy to get lost in this album and forget the fact that you can't understand what he's saying. 8 shots. Yes. There you go. Well done, Craig. Well done there.
Craig.
Exactly right.
That's cool.
Hard music's going to have a bye-bye. Growly shit. It's not just about the lyrics, but the vocal inflections and the voice as an instrument. Use of false chords and so many other vocal techniques. They also often print their lyrics. This is true, but I there's. For me, I found my flashpoint to this is if it's feel my wrath, it's great. If it's feel my pain, I get annoyed. That's my defining line on that style of vocal. That's why I love Frank Heblock so fucking much. If you want to fucking.
It's like for me, it's the tone. I don't know. Like it could just be growly, incoherent vocals, but if the tone, if it fits, it's very personal. Like it's all
subjective.
Either like it or I don't.
Yep. And that can be from one band, and that's why everything's so unique and different. Everything is different, which is
There's
for me, it needs to sound human. Like it does have to be English, but it has to sound like words, and it needs to be diverse. You can't just have the same crap over and over.
I can't do Pig Destroyer. Like I can listen to a lot of extreme stuff, but I can't do bands like
that's a fucking shit band.
That's what I figured would be the response there. I can listen to it, but I can't enjoy it. If that makes sense.
It's just fucking crap.
Listen to plenty of heavy shit. Just there are certain levels that I just can't get into as well.
There has to be some form of intelligence and coherence to it. It's just fucking mindless dribble.
Even just cadence can make a massive difference. Cadence
and
really
if it
does
sounds like the next guy or the guy before, if it's
if there's nothing separating
the cadence, if there's no personality in those vocals, if it's just one monotone of growly, it's like, well, you can sometimes tune that out, and if if the music itself is engaging enough, if the music is just as generic as the vocal, and there's a lot of bands that fall into
I can't do that. Even though the music's fantastic, fucking growly vocals was just incoherent. We just ruined the whole thing for me.
Yeah. Oh God, Vinny, these vocals sound better, less lubricated, Belle. So there you go.
Vinny.
Oh wow. Alrighty, let's get to the battle for the evening. Let's get into it. We have 2 reference tracks for our battle tonight. So our battle is different to the audience battle. So I'm going to put the first one in and then the second one, and we're going to get into it because this is going to be a quick game is a good game in some respects here. So let's try and get through the battle before we get to pumpkin o'clock because it is almost pumpkin o'clock as it is.
Mine's quick.
All right, well, we'll go through it. Tonight's battle for us is going to be AC/DC Highway to Hell versus Tragic Earth. Hatred and Tolerance.
Wow.
This is
I'm impressed, Dave. I mean,
you got the
vinyl is that's cool.
I've got the vinyl kicking around as well. Yeah, no, it's a great album.
Very cool.
I'm going to go through the motions, do the thing here. This is round 5 of this season of King of the Riff, which is all Australian albums going head to head to pick a winner at the end. The audience battle is different to ours. We'll get to that as we get to the conclusion of our little round here. The audience is AC/DC Highway to Hell versus INXS Kick. That is the battle that the audience had to go through. We've got the results of that coming up in just a moment. But before we do, we have to do our battle here tonight. So once I get through this one here, Dave, I'm going to throw to you first on this one because you picked Tragic Earth. So I'll give you the first call after I do my little preamble because I've got it here written out to go. All righty. Here we go, people. Let's see how we go with this. Strap in. This one's not just a mismatch on paper. It's also an absolute monster of a showdown. In one corner, we have the Titans of Hard Rock themselves, AC/DC, and not just any album. This is Highway to Hell. As an all-time classic, a global juggernaut, and the final roar of the Bon Scott era, this album doesn't just have songs, it also has rock commandments carved into the very bedrock of music history. But that said, there's 2 combatants in this one. On the other side of the ring, we have a band walking in with their fists clenched and zero expectations. This is Tragic Earth. Once again, stepping up to the plate with Hatred and Tolerance. No chart positions, no multi-platinum streams or multi-million streams. No, just one album, one and done, one shot. That's it. But what a fucking album full of heart. This is another David versus Goliath battle in every sense of the word. But let's not forget how round 1 went for Tragic Earth. They showed up, threw down, and earned respect by being raw, real, and razor sharp. This time around, the mountain might be even steeper, but sometimes it's not about beating the giant, it's about proving you belong in the ring. One album shook the world, the other came and went quietly, but not without leaving its definite mark for all time. Let's see if conviction, grit, and purpose can rattle the chains of an absolute classic. Dave, over to you.
Okay. Both of these albums are fucking awesome.
Yep. It's hard
This is actually really, really hard to pick. This is probably my favorite AC/DC album.
Mm-hmm.
And versus a band that I absolutely love and I wish was still around today with an amazing album. You have AC/DC, fun, energetic, upbeat pub rock that also transcended perfectly into stadiums. And it was just perfect for that. It had the best of both worlds. Bon is at the top of his game. The band sounds amazing. He has great storytelling. They have great riffs. They have great songwriting. Everything is just perfect. This is just the peak of this band. On the flip side, we have Tragic Earth. Perfect example of when you're happy, you enjoy the music. When you're sad, you understand the lyrics.
Yeah.
There is a lot of depth, observation, vulnerability, and honesty in these songs. I am still picking up on vocals, on lyrics, as I listen to this multiple times. There's so much here.
We're a decade back now with this album, aren't we? We're a decade plus.
Yeah, and I've heard this album so many times. I keep coming back to it.
Yeah.
And just some of these lyrics, depending on how my life progresses, how whatever mood I'm in, I will pick up on something different. And I'll be like, fuck, that's clever. That makes me think about this and so on. But at the same time, I can just enjoy this as some awesome headbanging songs. And seeing this band live, every time I hear these songs, I'm picturing when I saw them live and just fucking having a great time. So I could listen to either of these albums over and over again in different moods for many different reasons and get countless different things out of every time I hear them. And neither one of these get old. It took AC/DC 6 albums to get to this level, with lots of support from Australian media, TV, radio appearances, countless live performances, word of mouth. It just built them up. High voltage TNT all the way through the Highway to Hell. Tragic Earth had a couple of singles and an EP to get this album out. And in my opinion, this album is as equal quality as Highway to Hell. They had fuck all support from Australian media. So it's hard to pick, but fuck it, I'm going with the underdog because they achieved a hell of a lot with fuck all support. And yeah, voting against the Behemoth could be considered sacrilegious, but I hope that there will always be better bands and better music coming along. Just because something hit that pinnacle doesn't mean you're not going to topple them. There's always room for more.
Challenges.
There should always be challenges. There should always be better music and new bands that will surpass, and stack up against. You don't just get rid of the old bands and expect that you're entitled to have a career. But if you can stack up and provide something as good or better, then it's fucking valid. So imagine the Tragic Earth were around in AC/DC's era of the 70s when they had TV, radio, and all that support, because I think that band would still be around today, and they're just not, because Australia fucking sucks. But yeah, I love that Tragic Earth album, so I'm going with that.
Yep. No, good call. I completely hear everything you said, Dave. It's not an easy battle for me either. Belle, let's go to you next.
All right. Well, it was an easy battle for me. So last week I actually realised that, because this is the first time AC/DC's Highway to Hell has come into this battle, and I actually have not listened to this album since I was about 13 years old.
Wow.
Okay.
Just last year, folks. Yeah.
That's cool, actually.
I hadn't actually realized that fact until I put it on. And AC/DC were my gateway band into the world of hard rock, heavy metal, and Some Kind Soul taped 4 AC/DC albums for me, which completely changed my life, or the course of my musical journey, let's just say. And Highway to Hell was one of them, and I played those 4 tapes over and over and over and over again. So it was really fun listening to this album again after all that time. And I just, because, like there was, once you get into that world, there's so much to explore. I know, sorry, it's relevant, but like this is my journey with this album. So,
of course.
And I kind of, I guess, I put it behind me, not because I thought, oh, this is shit, and there's better stuff out there, just because there's so much to explore, and you have your journey. So I just couldn't believe that I hadn't listened to this album again for so long. So
wow, that's actually quite the revelation.
It was one of those like, what the hell things, but it was cool, and like I loved it just as much now as what I did, back when I was 13. So it's Tragic Earth. I don't have the history, and I sort of mentioned this before. It's not so much that I don't have the history. It didn't grab me in the way that it grabbed you guys, and so therefore it was like, and that didn't change this time around. I'm not saying that it's bad, but it just, it just didn't for me. It didn't do it for me. So, AC/DC is my pick.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, 1-1. Jeff, let's throw to you next.
Okay. So, this album, Hatred and Tolerance, is a pretty amazing album from a band that, I was lucky enough to see play at the Caravan studio when they came in there, and they did an acoustic set thing. And that was pretty amazing because I didn't know who they were. And I was like, wow, these guys are pretty interesting. And then I heard the album. And it was just like, okay, wow. And now, first round, when these guys went up against INXS, I was just like, well, for me, it was a case of like, that was David versus Goliath, and I thought that they deserved to, take Goliath down, and they did, and they're still
For
here
us. Yeah.
for us. And Goliath is running around on the ground, but
He got up this one.
he's crawling. He's But I when it came time for coming up against this behemoth, he's fucking Highway to Hell. Are you kidding? That is an album that, since that dropped in '79, has been just required listening, required owning. It's one of those albums that up to that point defined the band. I think in '79, when that album came out, there was nobody better than AC/DC for that style of music. Just pure head rock and roll. They helped put Australia on the map, really. In a lot of ways musically, and so they deserve a lot of praise, obviously, and they would go on to far bigger things. The next album. So one could only imagine where they would have been had Bon Scott lived. It's like alternate universe,
those infinite timelines.
We'll just never know. But would they have been as big? We don't know. I don't know.
Could have imploded.
They might have. So it's just one of those things that it happened away, and we can't, we can imagine until we're blue in the face. So we'll never know. So when that came time for them to go up against Tragic Earth, I was like, oh no, because I think Tragic Earth is for what they are, and it's a shame that they're no longer around. They're no longer putting out music because that's a bit of a shame. They offered something, and as Dave said, they never achieved the fame, but they arrived at a level of competency with music, songs that are very strong, and they're very good. And you have to sort of listen to them with an open mind, because they do have a bit of a polarizing sound when you listen to them at first. I think vocally, is where So musically, you either like that style of vocal or you don't. And that's not that dissimilar really from Bon Scott's voice. You either like it or you don't. He's got a very polarizing voice. But there's something to be said about what the legacy of AC/DC. And so for me, tragically, AC/DC goes on for me. I'm taking Highway to Hell. I just think it can't be underestimated or understated, I should say, as to the power of this album. So, look, David went up against Goliath one too many times for me, and unfortunately, Goliath has won this round for me, just for me. So,
In 2016, when Tragic Earth album came out, I put that above Metallica in my top 10.
You did. Yep.
Yeah.
You did. Yep. And with good reason. But I remember that. I remember that feeling I remember us doing that filming today, man. And that was still wow. Like that was in. Oh, I think it was like number 2 for me that year. It was number 1 for you. It was fucking special.
Yeah, I put Metallica number 2 and Tragic Earth number 1.
Now, this battle overall is harder than it looks. Genuinely, one's a monument, the other one's a message. Highway to Hell is an absolute cornerstone of history, musical history. There's no doubt about that. But Hatred and Tolerance is the sound of a band with something to say, which is, that emotional punch, that fire. It's not just filler; it's genuinely meaningful. The scale is different between the albums, but the intent is just as powerful, and in some respects can be more powerful in terms of the context of the lyrics being put forward by Dimmer and the band versus what you get on Highway to Hell. Tragic Earth delivered everything in one shot, which Dave mentioned before. Like AC/DC had a balance of albums to lead up to this point. Tragic Earth had an EP and a couple of singles, and then they dropped this one out. This wasn't a part of a long discography or a stepping stone thing. Hatred and Tolerance was it, basically. It was their swan song. One album and they're done. For a band that to pour that much conviction into everything they did, like if you listen to the band in the interviews back in the day, they poured everything into this one, and it shows. It's their only mark now, it's more bittersweet in hindsight because we all wish the band would keep going, but having at least got this, the context matters even more because it is the end of this band, but it is at the same time, the other side of the coin, the end in some respects of what AC/DC are doing with Bon Scott passing away as well. These are both beginnings and endings at the same time, if that makes sense. AC/DC are on the rise with this album. They really cut through finally. And then tragedy strikes, and then Tragic Earth come along, and everything goes well, and then they implode. In this context, there's different kinds of history of both of these albums. AC/DC bring that swagger, the hooks, the thunder. They're loud, they're loose, and it's become legendary. Tragic Earth on the other side brings a more emotional weight to things. There's pain, reflection, raw honesty going through these things. It hits in a different spot, one that shouldn't be overlooked just because the amps are smaller, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In this battle, you can love Goliath but still respect David, if that makes sense. Like, Highway to Hell is undeniable. I don't think music history is the same without it. But part of what makes this hard is that like Dave, I love both records. Tragic Earth may not have had the history or the hype around them, but they've got guts and a damn good fucking record here for me. Like, I still, like you, Dave, listen to this one. It's not about pretending they're equal. It's just about recognizing that quality can still shine despite legacy. And I think that's important to note in the context here. One of these albums is in a museum, and the other one, no disrespect, ends up in the dirt. But that's how, the music world plays out. We're the lucky few that get to know this album as well as we do. Whereas the whole world knows the other album here. AC/DC's story has been written, celebrated, and immortalized. Tragic Earth has largely gone, as much as we love the band, in the wider scheme of things, tragically unnoticed. That's what makes this harder for me. This isn't just choosing a better album, it's choosing between a legend and a lost cause worth finding again. And that's not an easy thing to do. Because like everyone says here, I love both these albums. I could listen to these comfortably. We've had them on the playlist for a few weeks now because of my issues going on, which I'll get to in a second. But yeah, I haven't gotten tired of listening to these albums back to back, and it just makes it harder. You go round and round and round, you're like, okay, fuck, you got to find a way to make a call. I think at the end of the day, this sucks. You got to make a choice. I hate this part of the game, but it is the game. Highway to Hell is undeniable. I hope, on the flip side, though, that heaps of people or anyone tuning into this, or whether it's now or 20 years from now, just go and check out Tragic Earth. It's one of those albums. Yeah, it doesn't have the plaudits that AC/DC and Highway to Hell have, but this is one of those albums that you should not ignore. It's such a moment, and despite the fact that we know the guys, it's one of those ones where just the intensity, the emotional weight of it all, the raw honesty of it, like, it's such a powerful album that you really shouldn't skip it. So in the context, I think, Dave, when we started this whole battle sequence, I think you said the whole ideal for you was just to make people listen to Tragic Earth. You didn't think it would win, but you just wanted people to listen to it. Yeah. That's all I hope for this one as well. I don't think it can win. I'm going to go with AC/DC as well, just because of the sheer weight of an album. There's one that's sort of, to quote Louis the Fly, it's lean, mean, and mighty unclean. Whereas the other one, for me, as much as I am making a choice here, I think that if I had to choose purely on art alone, I'd go Tragic Earth, because it's the more artistic album in that regard. But the impact of Highway to Hell, I just can't go past it in terms of just being a neutral observer as much as I can be. But I do love both deeply. Like, I cannot stress enough. It's not a knock on either. It's just the way that you have to make a call, and I am going to choose Legacy in some respects because it does matter. But just that leaner aspect of things, I think Tragic Earth is a great album, but I can understand why people would tune it out. Not that I agree, but I can understand it, whereas I think it's harder to tune out Highway to Hell.
See, at my age, I'm more inclined to listen to Tragic Earth because it is more in-depth, whereas fucking AC/DC is just double entendres and party music, and music for your youth, but life is more complex than that, and I need challenging.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
I'm not
questions. I need answers. I need fucking depth. Whereas ACD, I'm more likely to listen to Tragic Earth these days.
Yeah.
That's probably why you like prog rock so much as well, Dave, because it's deep and it's something.
You need more. You can't just do 3 fucking chords and the double entendre anymore. It's been done to death.
I think
I get that too. Yes, I get that too. I think, and that's what I want out of music as well. Simplicity. There are exceptions, but simplicity tends not to do it for me these days. But I was actually pleasant. Like, I was surprised when I put this album on again. I was surprised at how, I don't know, how heavy it was. Because I thought I'd moved from hard rock into metal, moving from, say, AC/DC to Iron Maiden, as was my kind of progression. But I went back to this. I'm like, this was really aggressive and raw and heavy, but not in like a Slayer heavy.
No, it's just aggressive. The blonde was on fire.
Yeah, it was just down and dirty.
It was
punch.
Angus and Malcolm too can't be understated how powerful their riffs were on this fucking album.
Yeah, this is possibly, or arguably, AC/DC at the heaviest.
For me, it's
my favorite AC/DC album.
Yeah.
For me, if you had to choose on a blind choice which album you're going to go to first, this or Back in Black, I'm probably going to go Highway to Hell. Like, I love this album. Like,
I agree.
I agree. So, yep.
That says a lot right there for me.
But like I said, man, I just kind of wish Australia gave the same support to local bands when Tragic Earth were around.
I agree.
Because if they had the AC/DC treatment, then they could have been significant, and people would be talking about Tragic hatred and tolerance.
Yeah. Well, I would say this as a consolation prize to Tragic Earth. Out of both albums, one song has the win for me, and that's Overflow. That is the best song on both albums for me.
Easily. It's a fucking great song.
Not even close for me. It's the best song on both albums. So, just as a consolation prize, the
lyrics alone, but emotive performance and fucking music and
you want a stripped back song that cuts to the heart, that'll get you every single time. So that's. I know we've made the call, and that's what it is, and it didn't matter honestly because by the time I got there, Jeff had made it, and then. The audience, the polling matters. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But
so, what does AC/DC go up against next?
Okay, well, for us, AC/DC goes up against. Oh, good question. I've got to scroll back up for this one now. Winner of match 5. Sorry, it is the winner of match 4. So it goes up against. For us, AC/DC goes up against Icehouse.
All right.
For the
audience.
Oh, come on. Icehouse gets pretty heavy.
Well played, Dave. Fucking hell. Just for context, I've got to bring this out here. The beauty of this is because up until this point, us and the audience have gone on completely different journeys, and there are going to be, as we sort of get toward the whole spiraling of the drain thing, where not that we're doing that, but you get to the conclusion of things, but we start to sort of the orbits sort of align and pull things back into place. So because the audience side of things was we had AC/DC versus Tragic Earth, the audience had AC/DC versus In Excess. AC/DC won the audience vote as well with about 80% of the vote, so it was a pretty comprehensive win overall to AC/DC. So In Excess, in both contexts now, have fallen by the wayside. So in this week's, we are back on track, so to speak, with the audience and us getting more into sync again as we go through things here. So AC/DC goes through on both fronts. We'll go through the weeks to come, but next week is going to be Audio Rain, The Perfect Sea, going up against, for us, Volva Gun, for the audience, Cold Chisel. So another I'm really curious about that one because there's a lot of love for the Audio Rain album. I think it might have a shot against Cold Chisel, believe it or not. I just think that the audience might just stand up for that one. So I'll be watching that one very closely. That's going to be very, very interesting to see how it goes. Our battle is going to be tight too between Volbeat and Audio Rain. That's two great local bands as far as we're concerned that have history with us. So it's going to be fun there too. But that's next week's battle for us. Dave, follow up in my head. Next week you have Global Groove. So which are you going with the Darkness or are you going to take Halloween?
Yeah, I'll stick with the Darkness.
Stick with the Darkness? All right, cool. Nice. All right, that is next week.
What's going on?
Sorry, Andrew, who's AC/DC versus who for the audience? Because it's Icehouse for us.
The next time around, Icehouse for us. The audience is Midnight Oil.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. I missed
10-1. That's right. All good. That is the fun part here. We are well past pumpkin o'clock. We started late, so I apologize. And I know that you guys are all going to get here. I'm going to quick comment round before Dave comes back, and then we'll get into it here. Harvey says, Dave, check out Ollie from Archbar. I'll pass it on to Dave when we get back into things. Tragic Earth's album is such a great listen driving down the highway at night, but there was no other band on the planet in 1979 that sounded like AC/DC. They will still be listened to 100 years from now, and that's, I think, a very good point there. Hard music, very, very good point indeed. Vinny says this might provide an in-depth discussion more suited for another time. Are we asking too much from music to be deep where pure literature would otherwise fill that space? Mutually exclusive. Interesting point, Vinny. I don't think they're mutually exclusive. I think that we're going to see a shift in the arts and what it means to society overall over the next sort of 20 years. But yeah, interesting. That's probably for a Sunday session. I think that conversation there. There's a lot to unpack in that.
Literature.
I'm sorry, but all I could see there from Vinny was in depth and filling spaces, and I couldn't get past that. And I know he's trying to be serious.
That's what was intended, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have some sort of depth in your literature. I mean, no one wants to fucking read Harlequin romances for the rest of eternity.
And you can't. Yeah. But there's an art to crafting a world in a story versus crafting a world in a song. Like they're different things. Like it's
look, lyrics are just as important as the singer singing them. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Every word counts in a song because you only have a very limited.
We're talking about lyrics, but most people don't give a fuck what the singer's saying. People are happy to listen to the incoherent growling shit.
I hear what you're saying. I think that will swing back, Dave. So just give it a bit of time.
Well,
I think people are just getting stupid.
Mm. Well, speaking of stupid, Vinny's next comment. Just to follow this up, voting against Icehouse would have me sweating more than a visually impaired lesbian in a fish market. That's from me.
Oh.
That's Vinny's next comment. So speaking of stupid, that takes us away there. Good segue. Sorry, Michael's gone Audio Rain versus Chisel. Fun listen. We'll get to that. Don, good to see you, Don. Jeff's still looking slim and sexy. So there we go. There's your mate there.
Don. Thank you. I work on
Vinny
this
says,
every day.
I can be deep. Back to smashing toy cars on my sphincter. I don't want to know anymore. Oh, let's get out of here. All right, we've done the hard bit. Next week we're back for more. If you want to join us, we're going to be doing more stupid shit. So we'll have hot rocks, hot happenings, and all the usual stuff. The backyard banger is Bell with Imperator. Fretboard Feud is November 85. I've got the game. Dave has chosen the Darkness for the Global Groove for the 2025 release. And we have round 6, King of the Riff, which is Audio Rain versus Volbeat for us, Cold Chisel for the audience. We'll go through those polling. So make sure you keep up to date with those things online. Check us out on YouTube. And if you want to, TikTok, those will be where those polls go online and via Patreon. Free. Don't have to sign in for that. Just join there, follow us, and you can get the updates. That's where you can find that stuff. Get involved in the polling that goes online. Or Discord for that matter as well. And Hard Music's gone Audio Rain over Cold Chisel, and that's why I'm thinking it'll be an interesting audience vote coming up in the week ahead. I don't think you're alone.
Another David versus Goliath.
It is. Yes, we've got a lot of these ones, but this one I think David has a real shot, like a real shot, not just for us, but for the audience too. So we'll see how it plays out.
New generation, just because it's old and established doesn't mean it fucking wins.
No, I have
No,
a
that's
funny
right.
feeling, Dave. I think
You
the
have to
young
be
one
fair.
might win next week, but
I
might be
really
wrong.
hope
That's
so.
my
Because,
feeling.
get your fucking head out of the past.
I agree, Dave. And Audio Rain have a
It's
fair fucking crack.
yeah. It's.
Yeah.
I don't even think with ACDC. I'm sorry. I know you're trying to move on. It's not about the past versus the present.
No,
it's
it's
about
Hmm.
Album quality
That's
versus
just
that's
album
right.
quality.
As an individual. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the
that's
past.
subjective as well.
That is.
Once
Everything
again,
we
it
do is
comes down
subjective.
to the whole cliche double entendre versus some actual depth.
Yeah, but
In
you can't
different
count
opinions,
the
yeah.
past. At
Everyone's
the
got
end of
their
the
point of view.
day,
Yeah.
none of us have tomorrow. We only have now and the past.
Yeah.
That's all we have.
That's fair.
We can dream about tomorrow, but we don't get it. We have the
Yeah.
past. We can live in the past. I don't want to, but you can.
Was there a point?
It's not really relative. But it's not relative, but it makes sense because I have a favorite saying for myself personally. When things get deep for me, it's like if you let yesterday ruin today, you fuck up tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and Andrew is fucking up today.
They're two different viewpoints, but I think neither are wrong.
Is Andrew frozen on anyone else's screen but mine?
He's frozen on mine too. He's looking very pensive.
So he's not only fucking up yesterday, and he's fucking up now. Yeah. Andrew, you gotta live up to your words.
Fucking up the next.
You can't live up to your own fucking words. What fucking, Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Oh man.
I'm back.
Oh, here we go.
Fucking regional fucking Queensland, I tell you now. Fucking I hope I didn't miss anything interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, Michael's gone. Andrew turned to stone. I apologize. Vinny says, "Great show, guys. Stay healthy and plenty of self-care." Bill, there we go. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, Vinny.
Yeah. What? I don't know. Vinny's
hey, man.
I'm not asking that question.
I ain't touching that one.
No, I'm not going there either. All right, I'm gonna go, movers. I know we're going late, and I apologize to obviously people at home, but also to you guys here. It's been a longer one. We've been a few weeks off, so I think we're a bit out of practice.
Yeah,
but
first week back, it's always going to be a long one.
All right, let's do the. I've done the next week is all the usual. So Imperator, November '85. I've got the game, and we've got the Darkness as Global Groove. We've got the battle set up as well. Let's go to Raise a Glass and get out of here, so we can all get some sleep before the day tomorrow.
Can I go
let's
first?
do the rounds here. Who's Raise a Glass? What, Jeff? Let's start with you. What do you got this week to Raise a Glass to?
All right, I have to do this because and I'm going to just sort of dispel things. So behind the scenes, we've had the last few weeks. We've had I'll just put it out there. All of us were pretty worried about our friend Andrew there, and he had some medical issues, and none of us really knew what was going on, and so he gave us all a little bit of a scare. We were all fucking worried for him, and we were all pulling for him, and so that's my raise a glass to you, buddy, that your health, and hopefully going forward, it's nothing but good news rather than bad news.
Fingers crossed. Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I very much appreciate that.
I see.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely drink a glass to that
Yeah.
and more. I've got mine.
will.
Mine ties into this as well, so I'll get to that in a second. But thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I don't know how to move on, but I'm going to try. Dave, follow that if you can.
No, it's not going to be that great. I was in Safeway. I'm old school. Woolworths Safeway. And they have salt and vinegar popcorn. It made me happy because it's limited edition. And I've been waiting for the salt and vinegar popcorn to come back. And
awesome.
It's back. So I'm happy. I bought a whole bunch. So
as you should. As you should. As you should. Yes, man. That. Fuck yeah.
S&V. Love it.
Oh, yeah. Such a simple flavor. It's so good.
Oh, so effective though, isn't it?
It's the best.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Belle.
Okay, so I'm just gonna raise a glass to the amazing Fading Hour. Thank you so much for sending me this. Not just this, but they must know that it's cold in Tassie because they sent me a beanie as well.
Yeah.
So I've been rocking
that. It's great.
Rocking a Fading Hour beanie around Hobart every day.
Awesome.
And it's going to get plenty of wear because it's fucking cold here.
Yeah, good.
Down in Tasmania. So thank you guys
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Here. Definitely raise a glass to that.
You
All
definitely need to wear that more often. That's awesome. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's cool. I love it.
Yeah. All right, that leaves me, and I always go last on this one. My razor glass, as Jeff put at the top, it's been a bit of a rough couple of weeks. Nothing too serious, hopefully. I'm not fully sure what's going on just yet, but my first concern was for my vision. I wasn't sure what was going on there. There was some legit concern about me having some serious problems there. That part's been resolved. So the vision is on the mend. I've got to get some glasses. So you'll see that next week as a spoiler alert for those sticking around for the long hours of the night here.
We're doing a glasses party next week.
Yeah, we're going to do a glasses party.
We're all wearing glasses.
Join the club, guys.
Yeah, my first ever eye test in my entire life went to shit. So I'll put it that way for you. So I've been going through a bit of a gamut of things. There's more to come. I don't know what's going on yet entirely. They're working out what's called, it's inflammation based. So they've got to work out what's actually in inflammation in the system now, not just the eye's fine. It's the other stuff going behind the scenes. It's going to be resolved. I'll get to that in the next couple of weeks. But so my razor glass is, I've said it a few times. This year hasn't been my A1 best year. And every single time I've stumbled, and particularly the last few weeks, because for me, I've had injuries in the past, and injuries I can contend with because that's just sort of pain management, that kind of thing. When you don't know what's going on, that's more of a thing. And I've never really had to deal with that. I've always been fine dealing with other people in their situations. When it's yourself, it's different. Yeah. And I've never really had to deal with that in my entire life until these last few weeks. And so my razor glass is to the people you see on the screen beside me for being so fucking patient and supportive and all of the good things, just reaching out and being there when I have needed it. And
to you.
You freeze, man.
He's frozen. Again.
Oh, no.
But he wouldn't realize that. He'd still be talking.
Yeah.
He's still talking.
Oh,
that's okay.
Stupid internet.
Well,
he's having a moment, and
Elon
Musk is fucking it
shit
up
on it. Yeah. Hey, I got some really interesting news about Elon.
Poor Andrew.
Oh, really?
Well, next
year.
Look
at that face.
I'll just put it out there while we're waiting. I'll shut up if he comes back. But next year, there's some really interesting news. The NBN has just partnered with Amazon. They're taking on Elon head on. They're launching satellites next year.
Oh, shit.
To take Starlink, which is awesome. Yeah,
okay.
It was awesome. He'll be back, though. I imagine he will be back. But that's really good news because the NBN shits all over Starlink.
I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah. Oh my god! I try to make a point and it all goes to shit. Anyway, I just wanted to say before it drops out again on me, I just wanted to say a big thank you. I'm sorry, I'm just going to cut in here. I just want to say thank you to you guys for everything the last couple of weeks. It's been fantastic to me, but also to people behind the scenes like the audience and the Patreon and that for the patience, because it's I just got a little bit insular and needed to do that for a little bit and just sort of look after some things on the home front. So just thank you to everyone, to you guys particularly, for everyone across the board for the support and the patience the last few weeks. I really do genuinely appreciate it, and I'll never ever take it for granted. So just love you guys. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Very welcome. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, let's see. Got some comments here before we get out of here. Don says, "See you next week, guys. Love the show. Thank you for jumping in and saying hi."
Hey, Don.
What have we got here? Hard music says, I get Chisel are revered, but they are boring bunning supermarket music. Audio ain't up to the songs. The energy, the perfect C is incredible. I'm looking forward to next week now. Hard music says, Andrew, I very much wish you well. My mum had been diagnosed with heart failure. I'm worried sick. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I sincerely missed you all for the last few weeks. Thank you all so much for your efforts. I hope things are on the improve as much as they can be anytime soon. It is that thing where, you know, we all have fun in that, but the real world does have, you know, its real world implications. And so we wish you and yours all the best, genuinely from all of us. I do genuinely care for you all and hope that, things are as good as they can possibly be there. So our best wishes to you going forward and to your mother there as well. Vinny says, almost at that age to have your brown eye checked, Andrew. Welcome to the Four Eyes Club. There, you can keep that fucking car up your ass for yourself, mate. And then we have Michael who says they keep checking more and more brown eye fades into memory. Oh my God, okay. You guys can have all that fun.
Get a room, guys. Get a fucking room.
This is a wild one. All right. We're well and truly past time. I just want to say thank you to you guys again for sticking with us tonight and from like technical fucking difficulties and fucking everything else tonight. But thank you all for watching. A big show coming up next week. So hopefully you join us same time and place. Check us out on TV as well. 10:30 p.m. Saturday nights, Channel 39 Melbourne. 10:30 p.m. Thursday nights, Channel 44 Adelaide. Both local time there. So make sure you keep up to date with those ones. And that's about it. I think we finally got there in the end. A big thank you. I know everyone's going to jump out as soon as we get done here tonight, but thank you, everyone. Thank you to Jeff on the other side of the screen there, Dave opposite corner, and Belle underneath with the beanie on. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of you watching at home, and we'll see you all again, same time and place next week. Until then, I'm Andrew. You all know what to do. As always, folks, drink up, rock on, and see you soon.
Cheers.